Okay. So we're gonna start with our first session. Before we start, I'm gonna go over some stuff, right? Uh, I I don't know what kind of expectations you guys have exactly, but in terms of me, uh, I am I would say I'm not comfortable with doing certain types of stuff, like uh, excessive. I would say like I would say a lot of things is like excessive, right? Like I'm not gonna. I have trouble doing like excessive racism or like excessive brutality or stuff like that. Um,
Oh, no ERP.
I mean, like if you guys want to do these things, like, um, I'm probably just gonna get a move on after a certain point, right? Um,
Sounds about right.
but there's that. I would say, the I will try to give you guys a reasonable NPC experience, but honestly, like half the time I'm like like a lot of times the NPCs all sound the same, but I will try my best. Uh, and what else is there? Oh, uh, try not to uh if possible, like I really would say it's probably not gonna be as big of a problem with you guys, but for the other group, I had to mention a lot. Like, please try not to backseat each other. Try not to interrupt each other when you guys are doing shit, and like and try not to bring things into like a side tangent, right? Like, those things are nice and all. Like we are, like people. I want people to have a fun time, but also like our time is limited, right? And if we spend a lot of our time doing like getting sidetracked by topics that aren't related to D&D or the campaign at hand, then we're not gonna get anywhere, right? It's just something to keep in mind. Um, you wanna have like a small story or something for that sort? I can indulge in that, but like we can't have it drag on too long, right? Seems reasonable to me. But other than that, I think it's there shouldn't be too much to say, right? So just gonna move on. Uh, okay. So I'm gonna start with um, our half sibling pair, Bren and Zara. You guys um, are here on business, a mission of sorts, right? Um, I don't know how much more of your backstory you've decided to make concrete, but like from what I know what you guys told me, and everything else I'm making it up as I go. Okay? But you guys you guys are on a mission. You're trying to uh you're looking for a specific individual who has been reported to have arrived on this island maybe like a week back or something like that, right? And you guys are here to look for this guy and to ascertain his uh you know threat level. You're also here because there's been reports that the world government, aka fill the government filled with scumbag and villainy and corruption and all that other wonderful shit. Uh, they appear to be making movements here and trying to expand their sphere of influence, much like they have in a bunch of different other areas, right? Like to see if you can, try and run some interference on that, if possible, because it's a lot harder to stop them when they're established, but before they get a foothold, maybe you guys can infiltrate and get some information or bring some people down or something like that, right? So but you guys need a cover story. So you guys are coming here as adventurers, right? You guys are coming here as adventurers. You're pretending you're not secret agents, faction people or whatever. You're strictly adventurers. coming to an island to make their living or whatever. I don't know how you guys haven't really discussed what your cover story is yet, but
Read
that's the
about islands, mysterious new islands,
right.
adventure,
Yeah,
exploration,
right.
Adventure.
Yeah.
fun.
You know, again, you guys really haven't discussed with each other what your backstory is going to be, but making do with what you can. All right. Anyways, uh, but you guys are on this island, and it's time to get to work, right? You landed on this, uh, in this kind of bustling town of sorts. It's kind of been known at this point that this settlement of Wyvern Crest has become a very popular area for adventurers to first arrive. For this island, there's like some other places people go to, well, government being one of them, some other cities down in different areas. But like this one has started to been well known for adventurers to go to. Like, a lot of the people looking to start off that way is showing up here. So guys land here, and of course the first thing you do is you go to a tavern of sorts. You go to a tavern, let's say, um where's the tavern? Did I mention where a tavern is, or did I just like not write this down? Wow, I really just didn't write this down. I don't remember where the last tavern was. You guys go to a tavern, and I'm gonna go pull up my notes to figure out which tavern you went to, because clearly I didn't write this down properly. Um, but you go to a close by tavern after you dock. So docks, by the way, are over here. And I need to make my color. My color is. I am not happy with my color.
Tavern. Tavern.
Right, this area on the south side, you see like there's kind of like an inlet where the water comes in. And it's like really calm and stuff, and it flows into like a river of sorts, like towards the east. You land in this harbor, right? And of course, the first thing you do when you land in the harbor is you find the nearest bar. You're gonna be like, it's time to get down to business and talk to some people, listen to some rumors, so we can find any information or mark or anything, right? And you go into this bar called. I'm opening up all of my documents right now. I really wish I labeled them better. Yeah, you enter a bar with a sign that says the Azure Rathlos on top, and you take a seat in front of the bartender, who's doing her stuff. She's doing her bartender things. It's relatively early in the morning. You guys were pretty punctual. You guys and the ship landed as scheduled, and you're here. It's not that busy at the moment, but there are some people around, and you sit down and you take a look around, and uh, a bartender goes up to you two and it's like, oh, how may I help you? Are you new arrivals, or are you looking for something else? Uh, I mean, I don't really have particular drinks necessarily. We serve some pretty ordinary stuff like ale. Alright, great. Here's a serving of ale, I guess. And how about your friend here? Uh,
None for me, thank you.
None for you? All right. Um, so, by the way, I don't know. Again, I don't know if you guys are new to this town or not, but we got a lot of people coming and going here. Got a good place. This tavern's situated in a decent spot for business, you could say, right? And we got a lot of interesting folks coming around here. Why? I would say not even a week ago, we had some boy of sorts yelling about how he was going to make a kingdom out of this island. He was like traveling with this half orc knight of sorts and this really, you know, I've never seen something like it, but he looked like a bulky dude with like a helmet, and I couldn't tell what kind of person he was, but he was traveling with them. It's not about like whether or not he was a mercenary. It's just more just like I've never seen that race before. It was like something I couldn't put my hands on. Like I couldn't put my finger quite on it. He felt kind of mechanic. It's weird, you know. It's almost as if he was like a robot of sorts.
Are they here now?
Are they here now? Yeah. In fact, I think they're sitting at the table over there. You see in the kind of the corner over there, right? And you
Red
look
bread.
over and you see there are indeed three people sitting at a table that is near the corner. As one of them is a oh man, there's too many things open. I need to close things now. Uh one of them is seems to be a young man with uh kind of dirty blonde hair, right? He's got this sharp, angular face, and he's talking very animately, especially for the time of day. It's been kind of quiet, right? He's talking very animate, like in a very animated manner, although you can't really make out what he's saying from the distance. And he's like, he seems to be saying something to a dark-skinned person wearing a suit of armor, and she's kind of just picking at her nails and kind of not really paying attention but nodding along, and then there's in between, sitting between them, is a very bulky man with it's got I you can't really tell if it's like his skin or if he's wearing armor, but he's got like these small green eyes, and he's got like a small smile on his face. He sounds like he's really paying attention to this conversation, but you can't really quite tell if he's just seriously engrossed or if his face is just plastered like that. And he's actually like completely gone. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're a little peculiar, don't you think? But like we've got our own fair share of peculiar people, and like some of them, frankly, aren't even that new. Why, I believe today, Matthew's gonna make his rounds in the tavern and then ask people to go out on some freaking jaunt around the city. He calls it like city watch work or whatever. If you don't know, Matthew is he works at the guild headquarters. He Well, the guild is Hystera, but it's the guild's headquarters, like plural. There's some, they're part of this. They essentially had like this guild alliance thing. It's like been like the new way for a lot of adventurers to kind of band together under this alliance and get some of the benefits involved. And I honestly, this Matthew usually makes the rounds around this time to see if he can get any extra recruits that would be kind of new, sitting around here, not sure what's going on, stuff like that. And you should be arriving at some point. Yes, but also Matthew tends to rope people in who aren't interested by doing this by suggesting this job of sorts to go walk around the island. I've heard it's literally just walking. Well, not walk around the islands. Walk around the settlement. I've heard it's literally just walking outside the settlements, and they get paid like 5 gold each for it or something. And then he like throws his sales pitch and stuff like that.
definitely does. We could always use it.
All right. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. I'll get right to it. Have fun with that. So meanwhile, the three of you guys are sitting at some side table. You see this freaking, you see a couple of people have walked in now, but you're not really paying attention. By you, I really mean Philip, because Philip, you're busy talking about, I don't even know what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to think of what I've been talking about the entire time you've been speaking.
Philip, you're talking about how wonderful the food here is for at least for commoner food.
Philip, I lack knowledge of which of these items would be the best tasting.
Fuck.
You're waving around a fork with a sausage in your hands.
I'm eating the sausages.
And Gwen's just eating the sausages.
It's clear
You're-
that Gwen has an opinion.
Sausages are great.
Philip, you've paused because you've failed to you're thinking up of words to describe how surprisingly tasty the food here is for common people food.
My brain's working overtime, man. I don't know what's happening.
He's all right, BB. It looks like Philip is really thinking hard about his choice of words here. He really wants to be able to describe this to you properly.
Philip, are you all right?
No.
Do you require medical attention?
He'll be fine.
My creator instilled me with tomes and tomes of medical knowledge.
All
Maybe
right.
do you
Whatever else you
require
can do,
sustenance? You should try some of these sausages.
I do not require sustenance.
Oh, more for me then.
Well, that didn't say I wouldn't try it.
I might. Like, we found you, and I'm like, aren't you hungry by now? It's been like, what, a day or two since we found you, and you haven't eaten anything.
Well, no, it's been more than a day or two. You guys, it's been at least 2 weeks.
I have
You
not
also-
eaten in 2 weeks.
You also haven't seen him eat for 2 weeks, so you're a little concerned.
And like, I mean, do you need to eat? Do you want to eat?
I do not require sustenance, but for fun.
Do you taste things?
I have taste buds. My creator has gave me the ability to taste, but no stomach, so I do not require it.
Does that mean like
Okay.
the food just goes like through your body?
It is converted into arcane energy.
And
Oh,
it's just-
okay.
as you contemplate whether or not you wish to describe exactly how this food is converted into arcane energy, because this sounds like a lot of technical mumbo jumbo that, frankly, you don't remember any of this. But
Don't recognize the big one, but that one's definitely familiar. I point out to Philip.
all right, you do that. Okay.
Trail along behind him.
Your first wish?
Dell gives a customer service smile.
Phoebe,
When?
Phoebe, you see these two strangers. Well, well, two strangers, but frankly, all of these people are strangers. You
Or
can't
are they?
You can't remember anything since you freaking showed up in a crater 2 weeks ago. But the first time you met the first two strangers, you felt like these two were important people, and now you're getting the like trigger sense that you feel like these two new strangers are also important people, but you're not
Oh.
really sure why.
Philip, are these your friends?
I sniff
Huh.
I sniff the beer. Sniff the ale. Heard there was some shenanigans going on here and thought we'd like to come out here to explore it.
Here for some important work.
I'm just sipping the ale.
Well, I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've said anything like you before either, but for different reason. Sure, you're a human.
BB's brain,
Damn,
BB's brain
I've lost
processes this
track of
statement.
faces of my player characters already.
BB blanks out
Shit.
as he analyzes the figure in front of him, and his mechanical brain comes to the conclusion that he is indeed a human.
Never mind, you're good, brother.
You, what are you? I asked BB.
I am a creation. Something. I am an artificial man.
We found him in a hole on the road a few weeks ago.
Fascinating.
Yes, he is made of metal and meat.
I think he's
but
got
mostly metal.
I think he's got a pipe on the side of his head. I couldn't really tell in the drawing.
A puff of steam emits from his head. a combination of magic and engineering. Oh, well, I could help with that. You have a screw loose here.
Wait, I forgot. Did you guys mention you were siblings, or were we just assuming you're two like companions?
He didn't mention anything yet.
We haven't mentioned anything, but we do share the same hair color.
You guys said your names, right? And then
Our names.
Zora hasn't done anything besides smile.
Just taking notes on BB right now as it pops steam out of his head.
so I guess I start to relax as like these people don't seem too uplandish and like so Bren and Zell, we've shared our stories. What about you two?
Oh, we're just cartographers here to explore the universe.
Photographers or cartographers?
Cartographers.
Photographer.
My
Photography's not meant to be invented for another 50 years.
Oh,
listen to my brother.
Gwen,
God,
you're
Gwen.
free to make an you are free to make an insight check.
Don't listen to my brother. He's had one drink too many these past few nights.
I've been there.
You are free to make an insight check if you wish to do so.
I forgot if I took cartographer's tools and I think I call them out. Navigators?
Do I have cartography?
I have language. I might have grabbed languages instead. Okay, I got
What do I
two
have?
skill proficiency, two tool or language proficiencies.
I
If you're
feel
looking,
like
if you're
not.
looking for maps, I can help with that as well.
I don't think they've written down any tool proficiencies. You also only have 2 languages. I suspect you're missing something.
I have like 3 languages, right?
Well, you're
4.
right. You write Dwarvish apparently.
Well, Orc is Orc, but it's the written language isn't Dwarvish,
they
and then
have
I
the
grabbed
Okay,
the
never mind. You grab 4 languages. Cool.
yeah.
Okay, sure.
Wait, why do I have 4 languages?
Insight 12.
All right, you roll. I don't know what you guys can probably roll deception as well if you wish to do so. It's okay. Mostly Zelra is rolling deception. Bren is busy not being deceptive. You're busy coughing into your mug and hoping no one notices. All right. I mean, yeah, you look at it, you look at them, and they. I mean, you're not sure. You're not sure about the first one, but Zara looks like a very, educated young woman, and probably whoever her friend is probably, maybe he serves as a muscle or something, right?
Yeah, I noticed at least. Do I notice if Zell is carrying any arms?
There
Giant
is
fucking
a
circle.
big gun behind her back.
Well, I suppose the cartographer's business is quite dangerous if you're wandering uncharted lands. Can I ask, those arms? There must be these new firearms that have been recently developed. My homeland hasn't really received much of them, so I'm always interested in seeing new developments in that area.
Yes, where did you find such a thing?
Maybe.
Holsters.
All right. I don't know if you checked your folders or not, but all right. If you want that, I've named your guns with or without your permission,
And why do I have a crystal?
because that's what your magic item is. I don't know what the crystal's. I don't know what your magic item was called. I just wrote crystal.
Oh, it's
Your
called the
wisdom.
spell shard. But okay.
All right.
I turn to Vivi. I'm like, oh, my brother made these. He's very talented.
Oh, I see. Well, could you make me one maybe one day? My own was damaged beyond repair on my arrival.
You also have trouble remembering how to make these things, but you do remember what these are. You also remember you carried something along those lines, but they're in the crater now.
Oh.
I look. I think I
No.
said it, but might not have heard it. 'cause I think-
Philip has still been staring at the sausage on his fork for the entire conversation thus
Yeah.
far.
He's thinking of words. Okay.
Still trying his best.
So I guess I'll introduce. So, hearing that Bren made his own gun, I look very impressed. And like, well, I'm sure you must be very talented with your hands, haha. And then so, in case you missed it, I'm Gwen of. I have to fucking come up with a name for the kingdom, but assume you know, you vaguely heard of it. Of. Fuck. Albion. It's the kingdom of Albion, ha ha ha. This is BB, like I said. We found him in a hole on the road a few weeks ago. He's pretty chill though. This is Philip.
Mm.
I think he's very fascinated with the sausage.
Philip, huh? Where do all you guys hail from? I turn my gaze towards the
Tycoon here. Did you ask where we
I
hailed from?
swear I've got steam coming out of my ears right now. I'm trying so hard. I know. That's the issue. I don't have a script or something.
Zelra's out of character, trying to figure out if you're the guy or not.
Zara appears to be asking you about your thoughts regarding sausage.
Please unhand me, peasant.
Wasted.
Yeah, he's always like this.
And then at this point, you say creatures of outer areas. You're like, a man pops in. He like does like he pops in. He like he jumps in. You like just. He doesn't walk into the bar. He literally bounds in. He's just like he's got his arms out in the open. It's like, yes, residents of the Azure Rathalos, welcome. I am Matthew Mercer of Guild and Here's the thing. The first time I
I'm
made
just
this
gonna kill
thing-
you.
The first time I made this name, I didn't even realize who Matthew Mercer was. I wrote the name as a butcherization of the voice actor. But it turns out that guy's also a real person, and you know what? I'm rolling with it. All right. Anyways, you guys see Matthew Mercer's bursted into this freaking place, and he's having a jolly old time. And seems like a very built young man with like some short hairs with a big ass sword on his back, and he's like, yes, all you and all of you, are any of you interested in some adventure?
Out of character, does Matthew Mercer actually voice this guy?
No, it's a completely different Matthew.
Oh, okay, because I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Okay.
Okay, I take that back. It was Matthew Mercer. Today I learned.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, yes, you two. Excellent stuff. And what about the three fine fellows with you over here? Are you guys interested in some adventure?
I'm forcibly signing Philip up.
Of course.
Yes, we will definitely help out the common people and provide our services.
Yes. That's definitely a great reason to pursue some adventure. It definitely builds character. Anyways, wonderful. So, let's see. How does this work again? Right. We're gonna take a walk outside of town and make sure that everything's in order. Gotta keep the townspeople safe, right? There's all sorts of scary stuff that can show up out there. And I mean, yeah, sure, they don't show up 90% of the time, but for the 10% of the time, we need to be ready. Don't you agree?
Hi.
Yeah.
Excellent.
raise my mug.
So, anyways, here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna go walk around town. You're gonna get 5 gold up front because this is a very demanding job, of course. And yes, if we see any dangerous creatures, we will definitely attempt to stop it. Yes, you're taking initiative. I like that. And for the rest of you, let's get going, shall we?
I'll let the three of them and follow after Brent.
I also chug down my mug and then start dragging Philip away from the sausage. And then I eat a sausage. If you're not eating it, I'm eating it.
But let's go. Let's
Just
go. Any excuse to be in a group with the people who are going to repair the timeline.
You say this out loud, yes or
Oh
no?
fuck no.
You have the sense that there's something about a timeline and why these people are important to said timeline, but you're not really sure what that means.
Well, that does work, but I'd rather shoot them. Not quite. It was broken, remember? Well, I have this. I lug up a small crossbow, but looking for a bit of a replacement because this is more unwieldy than I'd like.
I got a sword and shield. I'm very good with my sword.
Philip taps his glaive twice against the floor. Not like menacingly, but just like a little tink tink.
And you,
Oh, wait,
Bryn
what do I
and
have?
Zell? Hope you two know how to use your guns.
Oh, don't worry about us. We've had a lot of experience exploring the wilds.
All right, I like what I'm hearing. You guys have some accomplishments. Nice, very nice. That means we should be just fine on our walk today. By the way, have a look at the harbor. Isn't it beautiful? You see a lot of other things too. You see the dock is it's kind of busy, honestly. It seems like the boom has really been serving this town well. There's a lot more ships. There seems to be a lot of ships kind of crowding around the area. Almost seems to be like more than they can handle even potentially. And as you guys are walking out of the southeast side, Matthew kind of goes over some of the stuff that's in the town. It's like, yeah. So this is where we keep the town, the settlement gates on the southeast side, right? Fine gentleman over here. Make sure to keep watch on top of the walls to see if anything close is approaching. We're gonna cross this bridge over here, right? And and then we're gonna be taking a walk around here. And if we see anything dangerous and around the area, we can stave it off before it shows up right at our front door. Seems pretty nice, right? And well, if you continue along this path over here and you take a right turn, you can actually make it to the villas. Well, it's the villas and the temples. The temples are there too. It's quite a bit of a ways off though. They really demand some privacy of sorts. You get what I mean? Something about like worship and whatever. And I mean worship's important, but I'm also pretty sure it's just some of the rich people demanding their privacy and their land. Things work like that. Yeah. I don't really get it. I'm a simple man myself. I just go out there, wave my sword at things, right? Nothing too complicated. But hey, it's a good life. Ah, yes, I agree, right? Like, taking a walk outside. Gotta keep it safe out here for the rest of us. Now, not everyone can pick up a sword and swing it around that scary creature. Takes a brave person to do that. Right? All right. You guys walk out. It's a pretty nice place. The kind of trail winds down this area. You guys continue walking forward, and Matthew's kind of just like, yeah, this place is keep it pretty well kept. Gotta keep our looks around. Sometimes people are visiting from this side as well. And as he's saying, he's interrupted by a loud roar of sorts, and you guys all look up. You're a little confused. Look up, look around.
Zelra makes
Brad
some
looks
fake
excited.
notes. Zelra's making some fake notes as she walks with you guys. You know,
Alright.
totally legit cartography things.
Right. And you know, what about the rest of you? You hear a loud roar. What are you doing?
I look to the left.
You look to the left. You look to the right.
Oh, we were looking up.
You're looking at trees. You look to the left. You look at the water. You look up. You see the sky. Wait,
Holy
no.
shit.
You might see more than the sky. Roll for perception.
Quinn. Or
All right, you definitely see there's a shadow in the sky. It's flying overhead above you guys, and it looks green. All right, and you know, not I don't know if any of you guys are looking at Matthew over here, but Matthew is he's lost some of his you know his
Color.
step and his luster. Yeah, and you guys none of you guys seem to really notice him. He kind of just stops moving. By the way, as this green shadow of sorts, it's like kind of takes a swoop around and then lands on top of this kind of, you know, I don't know if it's really a cliff. It's more like
Hill.
plateau of sorts, hill. There's like steps or stuff. It's seems to be kind of sort of man-made at the very least. In any case, it lands there, and it lands there, touches down, takes a good look at you guys, and roars again. And at this point, Matthew's just like, oh, it's a Rathian. That's not supposed to show up around here.
how's it going?
You guys can take care of yourselves, right? I'm gonna go back and get some reinforcements. Look, we have this protocol, okay? I'm gonna go and deal with the problem. You know, you guys have fun, don't die. I'll be
I
right
can take
back.
the call for you.
He doesn't pay attention. He's gone. He's run off.
Laura pulls her hood up and follows along behind Brand.
He seems missing.
He does seem missing.
Hmm.
You know,
Oh well.
and this thing kind of stares at you guys menacingly. You guys stare back. All right.
Take out the sword.
All right. Looks like everyone's just taking out this shit.
I put the crossbow away and I take out my shield. By the way, I didn't need the crossbow.
All right, you guys can roll for initiative. Also, I need
How
to
do I do
make
that?
buttons.
Oh, whoops.
Am I
Dude,
being
wait.
stupid? Where's the initiative button on
Top middle.
D&D?
Top middle.
Top middle.
All right, I'm gonna make a macro button eventually because I thought it would have been saved in my other one.
Look at these sick
Technically,
walls.
yes. Technically, yes, but you can do whatever you want. It's fine.
We seem to be rolling a d6 for initiative.
Yeah, these initiative counts are the lowest I've ever seen. In a
Imagine having
very
a
long
plus
time.
5, plus 4 and shit.
Why am I
and
highest
you
with a
fucking-
+1?
Also,
I
I
don't-
noticed that I didn't put tiebreakers, and I have a lot of things to fix.
Oh, tiebreaker is on our side, actually. Do you want us to add it?
Yeah, you can add it, but it's
Okay, so everyone go to your character sheet. In the top right, there's a little gear. Click that shit. Top middle, there's a box that says like attribute options. There's a checkbox and that says add Dex tiebreaker to initiative. Check that.
Wait. The beginning.
Okay, little gear icon on your character sheet in the top right. Top middle, there's a box that says attribute options. Inside of that box, there's a single checkbox that says add Dex tiebreaker. Click that. All right, that's all.
Okay, cool.
Ash, how do you have a 6.19?
That's the Dex tiebreaker.
Okay.
So now, from now on, 1/100th of your dexterity is added to your initiative.
Got it.
So it lets you use your dexterity as a tiebreaker if two people roll the same thing. And if two people have the same dexterity and roll, then I don't know, fucking figure it out. Oh, I have a javelin. Okay, I have a javelin on the other hand. Dude, lit.
You guys can add your own music if you want. I'm just starting things off. All right. Like, we don't add it. Like, I think playing the same song over and over might be getting a little jarring sometimes. So you guys want to add something, feel free to do it. I really don't care. So anyways, I think some of you guys added initiative, right?
Yeah.
Your dexterity. I will add the dexterity here in the meantime. You usually have a 13. This guy actually has no. This guy's just duds of bonanza. Also, you 6.13. That's not correct, is it?
No, that is. I like rolled multiple times because I didn't have my tech selected.
All right. Yeah, sure, go for it. The rest of these shouldn't matter. No, some of these do matter. Zelra should have 18, I think. 0.18.
2018?
8.18, right?
Yep.
Gwen, what's your dexterity?
12.
Well, it doesn't matter in this case. Doesn't matter in this case. Anyways, moving on.
Hey,
You are on the top of the list because you guys. It looks like you guys were staring at each other for a really long time. That's why these numbers are so low. You guys, all the higher initiative numbers were spent with you two everyone just staring at each other.
So browsers distracted going.
Oh right, I keep forgetting about that. Right, I'll just keep it open. Anyways,
I do stuff.
you do stuff.
Okay, 30 feet.
I would say
Right.
before the fight starts though, it does make a motion.
Okay.
A motion.
It does make a motion. It raises its tail in the air.
How dare it do that? Fuck it up.
Sketchy. I use my movement to get right next to the lamppost. And with my action, cast Bane. That's not sure.
Okay.
Bonus
Alright.
action.
Well, it makes it. She makes it.
Okay. I mean, it's whenever it makes an attack roll or saving throw.
No, it's I think it's
Oh, is it?
yeah,
Yeah, it
you
has to
have
fail first. Okay.
You have to fail it first. It did not fail it. You
Okay.
tried to
Okay.
use your devilish magics on it, or paladin magics, or something.
That's fine.
Use your paladin magics on it, and it didn't really work out in this case.
Didn't really work out. That's fine.
All right. And is that it?
That's it.
All right. Bren, you see this this female paladin knight thing. You know, she's gone out and she's using magics.
Let's just say I found divinity.
Okay. All right. Does this do fire damage? All right, take your shot.
Headshot or no
Okay.
shot?
That hits.
Oh, yes. Minus from. Is that including
Yeah,
the
it
minus?
still hits.
Oh, wow. You're wild.
Wait, is the fire damage only? Okay. Okay. I also should have set out the HP earlier. I knew I was forgetting a lot of stuff. Let me check some things. Hold up. Wow. You shoot your first shot of this campaign, and you're feeling real good about yourself, right? You haven't fought anything for the last 3 days. You've been on a ship. It's been awful. Right. You take your shot at this large creature, and it hits it square in the jaw, and it kind of just reels back. And it's not very happy with you. You do notice, however, that the normal spark of fire that would have lit up from you taking the shot, it kind of just it showed up on the scales of this creature, but then kind of just got brushed aside as if that was not the problem at hand.
I'm done.
I realized I didn't put my fucking gun.
What?
I didn't put in my gun as like.
Well,
Important.
do that might be important. You should do that while I do some other things. Okay.
I also accidentally closed my thing. So now I can't find it anymore. When I click it, it's pop up. Help me. Oops. I accidentally closed the thing for my gun. And now when I click my gun, it doesn't show up. There's no pop up.
It's minimized.
It's
somehow.
minimized. Look for a grayed out thing on your screen or potentially on your other screen.
I have one screen and I do not have it grayed up.
You can always refresh and hope it opens up that way. Or you can ask me to tell you what it is.
That was 1d12.
It is 1d12. It's reload for 1d12. Since you want to do reload. Not my problem.
Fuck.
Alright, looks like I'm opening up your character sheet.
You do that while I try and restart. Oh,
Alright, you have sneak attack, which I guess was from the character mancer. Why do you have healing word? Oh, cleric things, right. Do you have a spell proficiency? Oh, you do. It's from wisdom. Alright, other things. Your wisdom modifier. Your dex is 4, it's +4. I'm just doing. Yep. God. Alright, I just snipe. So why? Please don't touch it. I'm writing it right now.
okay.
This thing does not take multiple people writing very well. Dexterity. Range is 120, 480 feet. Magic bonus none. Crit range 20. Type is piercing. Crit, no extra crit damage. Saving throw, there's no saving throw. It should be correct. Snipe +6. Yeah, it should be right. That should be good. Also, apparently, I never turned on advantage toggle for you guys, which I should turn on at some point. Yeah, we'll go with that later. For now, it's fine. Okay. You shooting? I mean, do you sneak first? I don't know what's going on here.
Damn it.
No, she doesn't. She took a level in cleric.
I'm too busy fucking around looking at each other. But I didn't sneak.
All right, but you have a bonus
Writing
action
notes.
you can hide with.
Yes, I'm gonna hide.
You're gonna hide after attacking?
They're attacking.
Alright, after attacking. Well, this is not a sneak attack then.
No.
But this hits. Roll for damage. Well, this is on. Ignore the sneak. You pelt it, and you do 7 more points. And Rathian has seen there's another person that's pelting some sort of shrapnel at it or something. Not very thrilled with you people.
Did Ash crit? Is that why he did 24 damage? Or is his gun just
No.
very strong? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little strong.
Got it.
Alright, you need to attempt to hide behind something, or you do need to find stuff to hide behind. Otherwise, hide is
Tree.
not going to be very effective. Alright, you hide behind a tree. Alright, you can roll for stealth. Okay. Alright, cool. It is Lerathian's turn. Lerathian has his tail raised right now. First things, it's going to jump off and kind of spread its wings out and land right over here. And the first thing it's going to do is, you see its tail is raised up, and now it's swinging it down, and it's swinging it down and around. Both Gwen and Bren both are potentially getting whipped by a tail in this case, so I'm gonna make an attack roll here.
Ow.
It is an AoE attack, quote unquote, so it's against both of you. Alright. You guys both take 8 points of piercing damage from that.
8 points of wasted.
And then, let's see. So I look at the person that shot it in the face and hit it really hard, and it's gonna take a bite at you. Alright. It tries to chomp at you after that, but this time you're ready. You step out of the way before, and it doesn't really bite anything besides air. And at this point, it rears its head back, and you see fire in its jaws. That's its next, and we'll go on to the next turn.
That's me.
Yeah, this is you.
Yay. Okay. We're gonna step over here. And we're gonna shoot it with, we're gonna pick up a big rock.
Alright, you pick up a rock near the freaking stairs of the ledge or whatever.
A brick maybe. And we launch a catapult at it. Oh, I didn't write down the spell description. Nice.
Nice. Is it dexterity saving throw?
Pretty sure. Yeah, dex saving throw 3d8.
XD, it failed.
10 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, cool. No. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I didn't put the health bar up.
Alright, and that's it.
Alright. At this point, you freaking Rathian's been trying to harass this bread dude, holding this gun with the blade on top of it, and it feels something kind of get chucked on the back of his head, and it's not very polite of you. It's not happy. It's not happy with any of you right now. Philip,
How
you're still
do I know
thinking
how
about the sausage that you trying to describe, and you weren't really paying attention to a lot of this. And now you look up and you realize there's a big green thing and everyone else is surrounding the big green thing.
I can move 30 feet, and each box is 5.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not checking for diagonal distance, so don't worry about
Oh
it.
wait, how do you do that?
Just take out the ruler tool. It's on the left.
Circle with the little rectangle.
Oh, okay.
Also, Philip, since you're the other melee, I have a thing that if you're within 5 feet of me, I can react to give disadvantage on attacks on people within 5 feet,
Oh.
which I'm not. Yeah, that does not include.
Somebody's pointing for me.
You have walked very far away.
Oh, my push to talk button.
I'm like, wow, you.
My push to talk button is minus on my mouse, so.
His position seems uncertain. Who is this man?
Yeah, that
You
should
said within how far of you?
5 feet.
Five.
Theoretically,
Oh, okay.
you stand over here.
That works.
Alright.
So hit
And
this
then
man.
I go for a slash with my glaive.
Okay. Alright. I mean, that hits 2.
How do I?
Hit the
You
glaive.
click on the glaive thing over here, right? You see over here, under reach, it says glaive on the chat screen. Yeah, right? I'll just take the 10.
Who is this man?
Alright, you guys are going at it.
And then my extra action, I can do a polearm strike.
Okay, sure. Alright. I like where this is going. Okay. You guys, Philip, Philip has you have a lot of practice hitting things that aren't paying attention to you. That's kind of what you did back in the castle a lot. Mostly because people didn't pay attention to you.
And that is it.
Alright. At this point, yeah, you guys can see that the Rathian's looking a little worse for wear. You know, you guys are poking holes in his wing, you're slashing at it. So, you shot like the jaw, you shot some other places, kind of a brick thrown at it or something. And, Rathian's looking a little beat up right now. Not having a good day.
Looking like someone that got a brick thrown at him.
Yeah, he did. And she's going to retaliate by taking her Paragon action at the end of Philip's turn. So before we go to Gwen's turn, she takes her turn, and she roars up in the sky. Her mouth is still on fire, so you're not really sure how she accomplished this. But she roars up in the sky, and you guys have the distinct feeling that she's a little upset with you people.
Keep calling for reinforcements.
No, you guys just feel the buffet of wind from the scream before she turns around at you, Gwen, and you Philip, and you BB, and you see her mouth is on fire.
I don't like
This
this.
seems ominous.
Seems ominous. It seems like a 15-foot cone. I need everyone to make a dex save in that direction. You three.
How do I do that?
Oh, whatever.
Upper left.
All
Metal
right.
man.
All right. Gwen and Walex, Gwen and you can also change the name of your character by going to the bottom of the screen. There's like a drop-down menu, and you can click on your character. Should be good to go. So then you can play as Philip as opposed to.
Alright,
like,
baby, get fucked.
I appear to be getting fucked.
You appear to be getting wasted. You are taking 9 points of fire damage, and other people take half. So for me, I always half round up, no matter what it is.
So 5.
So you take 5. Bren will take 9. No, BB will take 9. You guys all have similar sounding names. This is very difficult. Okay.
You can call me Gwyn instead. I kid.
All right.
Anyways.
And then it turns back. It seems satisfied with torching the people in the back before it turns back to you, Brett. You have still dealt the most damage thus far. So it bites at you once. It bites at you again.
You're tanking.
And then you know you were a little surprised with the fact that it turned back on you so quickly after torching the people behind it on fire. But you're prepared for the second one, or either that, or it seemed to be not very accurate on this one. But then you realize that you step back. This was a feint all along, as it flips forward and you see its tail flying straight towards you.
Yikes.
Also, the description isn't supposed to be there. That pretend you didn't read any of that. So, alright. And it raises its tail up again. That's its turn.
Oh boy. Hi. I'm gonna slash at it.
Alright, you slash at it.
I assume that hits.
That does hit. Alright. You...
And then Divine Smite. So I'm gonna burn a spell slot and then roll 2d8.
Okay.
Radiant.
Sure. Okay. Okay, turns out you also, everyone here is dumping out damage. So, you know, you swing your sword. This thing's been turning back and forth. You swing your sword at it, and then you call down the strikes from the heavens. And you do some other things. Okay. I actually need to roll it a few more times, by the way. Due to some other issues. Let me think back on what happened. Yeah, okay. This should be fine. Okay, cool. Alright, you swing down at the backside of this creature, and then as you swing down, you do your godly worship mumble jumble. A streak of light flashes down from the sky, even though there's no clouds in the freaking sky, and it like, you know, kind of strikes the area you hit and really rubs the wound in. All right, I think that's your turn.
Yeah.
Brad, there's an awful lot of magic going around here. Understand the creature better.
Are there martial checks?
Are there martial checks? Currently, there are no martial checks. You have not unlocked the ability to martial check yet. You can still try to see if you know anything about the creature or examine the creature or something using a skill proficiency that seems relevant to you. If it's not relevant, you're gonna fare pretty badly. But hey, take a guess. Is that an action? Yes, that's an action. Alright. You keep shooting. You do realize you're in melee range. Alright. You shoot at the thing's face. In its face. Alright.
Did you roll a 30?
That was a nat 20. Nat 20. Alright. I mean, that hits.
Does it still crit? How does
No.
that work? Okay.
Alright, you do 11 points piercing damage. The fire again glances off its body.
Nice.
Okay. Sure. Is
How
that
do
it?
I know if I roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die?
Cover over the damage, it'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Zara, you are behind a tree. The tree is your friend.
How's it going, Bren? You need help? Alright. Wait, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I just realized I only picked spells and
It's
I've
getting
never actually.
worse.
I didn't understand anything you just said.
I just realized like I've never actually used anything like any equipment on the way, so I don't actually know where the fucking button to roll for hits are.
Well, you did it. I'm gonna take a second one, pretend I didn't see the first one.
Where did I roll
Oh,
attack?
actually, it doesn't matter. She has advantage either way. She has advantage either way because I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't. You roll like a 21. Yeah, this thing's fucked. Yeah, I'm not even bother rolling. It's a sneak attack. All right, roll for your snipe damage.
Roll damage.
All right, you deal 11 points of damage. Okay. Rathian's it swings its tail around once more.
Also hide again. I would like to not be here.
All right, roll your stealth. Everyone within 10 feet of Rathian needs to make a check, so that's everyone except Zelra needs to prepare.
Roll one.
Needs to see if this beats your armor class or not.
Right.
How do I do that?
Yep.
Oh, wrong timeline. It
All right.
re-rolls.
Wow.
All right. Your processing power in your head calculates the attack, and you see something's going horribly wrong as an attack swings around and literally downs everyone in one hit. You see people flying across the freaking field. You smash into the wall behind you, and then you realize this is all just a simulation. As you see the tail flying around, and you have the foresight to somehow change the simulation a bit.
Oh.
You change the simulation. You try to adjust the snake in a way that will benefit you and your important members over here, and somehow it just gets worse.
Jesus.
That was not my intention.
It says that you can use it twice. Can you not use it twice in a row?
It uses my reaction. Which
You
I
only have
love
one
everything.
reaction.
Yeah.
Your turn.
It
Such
roars,
devastation.
it roars victoriously before turning around to stare at all of you again.
Jeez. I'm not knocked out. I'm just at 1.
Such devastation.
All right. It then performs its next attack.
Jeez.
It performs the body slam
Against.
against.
Oh, it's walking.
It's going in this direction. All of you three needs to make. You all need to make a dex save. Actually, the first person, yeah, y'all need to make a dex save. If you succeed, you take no damage. If you fail, you are taking damage. Only person succeeding at the moment is Gwen.
Such devastation.
Such devastation.
I'm a little confused. What's the 20?
What?
I've got a 12 and a 20.
So that's if you roll with advantage. We'll fix that in the future.
Okay.
The number on the left, yeah,
Got
the
it.
number on the left is the one you care about.
Got it.
I forgot about all of this shit in the past. It's been a long time since I did this, but we will set up the sheet later. Okay. If you fail the roll, you take 16 bludgeoning damage and you're knocked prone. But I suspect
Weren't they already unconscious?
No,
some
I
of
am.
you guys
I was
are-
at 9. No.
Yeah, 2 more people are unconscious.
Such devastation.
And it ends up over here having knocked bowled a couple people aside. It also seems to have knocked the freaking street lamp aside. It's now just a bed street lamp.
Such devastation.
Alright, it roars again once more. It seems very pleased with itself before turning to you, Gwen.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
bites
my
at you.
screen. Oh, never mind.
It bites at you.
Oh, jeez. It misses.
Alright.
Is
But
it done?
At this point, you see it seems to be huffing and puffing a bit. It doesn't seem like it. It seems a little tired.
Alright, quick check. Who's KO? Who's still standing? Is Philip knocked out? Jesus.
X is usually what I reserve for dead, which you are not.
How's it running?
That.
I don't even know if things hit or not.
VB, it is you make a death save. Also, I would say all of you guys can start off with 1 inspiration point, just so you know. I don't know if I should implement this or not. Should I be like, if you spend an inspiration point, you get up? Nah, never mind. No
Such
bother.
devastation.
Alright, you passed. You passed the first one.
So I can wake someone up, or I can just hit it harder. Well, yeah, these two are knocked out, so I guess their turns are. We have to roll death saves, right?
How do I do that?
BB goes first. BB rolled it.
Or what about?
You roll it.
Oh, I see.
Click death
I
save.
just.
You made your first death save. One. It is your turn again. There are 3 people lying on the floor.
Yeah, they are.
This dragon is also looking kind of winded right now. It's also pretty beat up on top of that.
How juicy is it looking?
It's in a state where it is struggling to stand at the moment. It is weakened by quite a bit.
Fine. What? Yeah. I mean, I can only help one of them at a time. It's in action. Fine. I'll slap Philip on the face and wake him up. He gets
All right.
5
You slap
hit
Philip
points.
you slap Philip in the face and he wakes up. You're on the floor, prone. You gain 5. You have 5 HP. You're on the floor, prone at the moment. Normally for prone, I would do something like this. Bren, death save. He failed it.
Wait, I should just hit him.
Zora, you are behind a tree. You look out from behind the tree. Suddenly, people are on the floor. You do not remember this happening the last time you looked down from the tree.
Friend.
This one's on the floor. This one's on the floor.
Friend. Gotta get my brother, you know.
All right, getting your brother first makes sense. Brett,
We
you
played through
you
sneak
wake
attack damage.
Brett, you wake up. You open your eyes. You're on the floor. You're not really sure what happened, but something happened.
Shoot with my action.
Shoot with your action. All right. You rolled like insane on your stealth roll. You did not roll insane on your stealth roll. Technically, this guy can beat you. Good luck with that. All right, it works. You hit him for 14. And this guy doesn't even bother to respond to you. He looks really pooped out right now. It's not interacting with you in any way whatsoever. It rears its head back, and you see fire in its mouth again.
Ugh.
It's me.
Yikes.
XD.
You see steam come out of his torso.
Caleb, you are on the
Overheating.
floor.
So do I have to take an extra action to get up?
No, in D&D, I don't know what Ash did, but you take half your movement.
Oh, okay, fine. That's easy peasy.
Alright, you stand up with half your movement. You appear to be next to a slobbering green thing anyways.
I'm gonna do what I always do and whack.
Alright, you thwack at it. That still hits.
And then I click.
Alright, Philip, how do you slay this slobbering green thing?
I stab my glaive through it, like from under it. 'Cause I'm assuming it's much taller than me. I like stab.
Alright, you get up from the ground, and as you get up, you stab your spear forward in the same motion, and you drive it up through its chest, and it kind of just makes it raises its head up, the fire sputters out, and it kind of just makes a screeching noise before it topples back down. And it appears to be Dunzo Bonanzo.
Can I still take my extra action to poke it?
Yeah, go for it.
Hit it again.
Go for combat anyways. Well, more or less. You'd be still on the floor. You poked it. You thwacked at it real good. It doesn't respond.
Cool. I think it's dead.
Oh, good.
At this point, Matthew runs back. There's a couple of guards behind him, but I didn't make tokens for them because I never bothered.
I require
Yeah,
medical
little late.
assistance.
I was
You
like,
missed the party.
reinforcements were here.
I require medical assistance.
I'll
Yeah.
slap
Guys,
you.
I'm slapped.
appear to have taken care of the threat.
Am I able to do things like use like rallying cry out of combat, or it doesn't really matter because we'll just rest or something?
I mean, you could use second wind. Your rallying cry is to use
Oh,
second
wait, yeah.
wind, which is your bonus action.
Right,
There's no
right.
other requirements, so theoretically, yes, you could do that.
And since we're outside of combat, can I just use it indefinitely? How does that work?
You only get second wind once per long rest if you check.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. Why not? Wait, how do I use second wind?
You click on you go to features, you click on it. That's usually how you indicate that you're using it.
My memory has no
wait,
records
click on
of
it,
how
all
the
of them.
sausage is
Open. Feature. Oh, okay. Do I just roll a d10? Alright. Is that the dice that's on the left side?
You did it.
Yay.
and then +3 because I'm level 30, right? So everyone heals 11 because of me being a Baphomet.
I have no
I
idea
don't
how
have
you
a
got this.
description for it. Oh, okay.
It's only 3 people.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Is it like 3 nearest or
3. I mean, you
V,
target.
V didn't take damage, so it'd be the 3 of you. Healing the Wrath. No. Rathian.
All right. And Matthew just like looks around. And he just like looks, inspects the body. He's like, you guys did a really good job. Congratulations. Uh, okay, I guess we can carry this back for inspection. And
That was a good walk.
it was
Thank
a
you,
very
Matthew.
good walk. In fact, this is kind of an out of an ordinary walk. Why don't you come to the guild headquarters with us, and we can see how we can compensate you for this extraordinary walk.
Or like the sound of that.
Compensate. Compensate.
Uh, Out there, yeah, there's quite a few of these, but usually they don't come around these parts. Usually they stay in the forest. This is pretty rare.
In my experience, when bad things come out, there's a bigger bad inside.
I mean, no, this is not the first time things like this come out. It's just, usually they don't come out. Yeah, the guards and the Matthew is picking it up. They got it.
Lift it up.
They
Lift
they
it
they,
up.
they like someone is bringing like a freaking like trolley over.
That's troubling.
All right.
Delra, she's scribbling some notes down, trailing behind you guys.
Bren, you appear to be injured.
Your arm creaks and nearly falls off.
Do you require assistance?
All right.
Will the drinks fix your arm? Drinks will fix your arm.
I mean, we are no tavern, but we got some drinks in the area. Again, you should come over before you set off to who knows where. We'll see how we can repay you for your heroic deeds. All right, you guys, and come back into the freaking town. The guards kind of just look at you like, what happened out there? I see you guys are walking ahead of a bunch of dudes pulling like this big ass platform with the freaking dragon corpse on top of it. And you guys head over and you go through town, and you walk all the way up north until you reach this large building over here on the northeast side of town. It's called Adventures Guild HQ, but I've renamed it. It's the guild headquarters. It's a Wyvern Crest Guild branch headquarters.
Yay.
Right. You guys. Matthew tells the guards to pull the thing somewhere else, and they go drag it off somewhere. Well, he leads you guys in. He's like, "Yes, so here is the Guild Alliance headquarters, the one and only. We are stationed here in Wyvern Crest, where so it's you could say we're not really sure if it's the chicken or the egg, right? It's if it's a bunch of ventures here that caused us to station our headquarters here, or if it was us being stationed here that caused other ventures to show up. But anyways, it works out, a lot of people show up, and a lot of them uh, choose to work with us in order to in a kind of mutual beneficial relationship. We give them our resources in exchange for their services when we deem them necessary. Usually is for the sake of monster attacks. Let's say these occurrences, like this Rathian showing up outside city walls, are relatively rare, but we've had an incident once or twice where not one, but a bunch of creatures would show up to attack town. Or maybe not necessarily this town, this is a relatively far town, but we had some other settlements farther inland that would get raided. These like like these type of like hordes of monsters would show up to attack the settlements, and one of the main goals of the guild alliance is be able to repel these threats, and we organize in a sense adventurers in order and tell them to report in to various areas in order to defend them, right? That's like one of the main goals. Otherwise, we usually offer jobs and stuff and such for people who are looking for some mercenary work or some adventuring business. But that's another story. That's if you guys are interested in joining. All right. First, let's talk about compensation. You'll have to go to the finance office for this. But if I remember correctly, for a job like this, you'll get not only the 5 gold that I promised you for your walk, but I believe for dealing with this threat, you each should gain another 20.
Neat.
Cash money. Cash money.
All right. Now, again, you can either ask for the payment up front, or you can take a special deal. Uh, you can choose to, and can, if you wish, decide to make your own guild with the 5. You can make your own guild with the 5 of you starting off, and you will pay 100 gold for your membership fee, and your first month of upkeep will be free, and after the first month, you will each have to pay 10 to continue operating under us. It's we need some upkeep to maintain our facilities. But that's okay if you're interested. You can discuss amongst yourselves whether or not you wish to pursue that line.
What are the advantages of conducting as a guild in this area?
Well, if any place where there are uh, guild lodgings, you can go to those lodgings for free. Not every place has guild lodgings. In fact, it's mostly just like larger settlements that have them. But the other advantages is you get your personal storage space. So we have a bunch of places all over. We have a bunch of small offices all over the island, but they specialize in being able to handle some of the things for you. For example, they can hold money, and they also can store your items. It's a very fascinating storage system. They use some spatial magic or something like that. So you can put your items here, and if you go to another office, another settlement, you'll be able to withdraw it, no problem. Uh, there's also some specific resources. We are working with some fine individuals that can provide you some specialized services. We have a very talented blacksmith, specializes in weapon creation, that is working in the headquarters here. We also are in a partnership with the Indigo Plateau. I have a couple of researchers here. They specialize in researching beasts of specific sorts. You may have heard of this individual. He's a well-renowned professor. He calls himself I believe his name is Professor Oak. He works together with his grandson, and
Gerald.
his grandson Blue. They work here. Yes. Yes. I've heard he was a hotshot beastmaster back in the day before he retired to research with his grandfather.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes. Ah, yes, yes. That's another thing. Right. We will all of the parts that are we of course will need to do an inspection on the body because that's part of our. Well, I don't know if it's our necessarily, but the researchers are definitely very interested in this. And well, we're gonna inspect the body, and they'll dissect the parts. But whatever is usable that's left over, we will hand over to you. Seems reasonable, yes?
Free shit, free shit.
And you can keep it for yourself and choose to use it however you see fit. Um, I do suggest if you're interested, you can bring it with a blacksmith and see if he can cook up something.
Nice. I feel like that gives advantages and resources that are quite worth the monthly fee.
Right, and the final thing is our job board. We gather requests from all over the area. We have our information network, and we keep track of what things people want to do around the area or want to get done. Right. So, a lot of people will refer to this job board instead of say, going out and asking people. It's kind of convenient. We will bring the clients to you. Right? So if you're interested, you can go to finance office and you can get your pay, but you can say remove. And it's 5 of you, right? 20 each. That should cover the cost nicely. You'll get your 5 gold for taking a walk around.
How convenient. Seems like a scam. I'm in.
Yes. Friendship and fortunes. And photography. And adventure.
Chosen ones.
I shake the hand.
Shake. You hear a little bit of clack and rattle.
First things first, let's get everyone's. Well, let's pay up the fee and then we can use these resources to get everyone's weapons fixed up.
All right. Wonderful. In that case, you can go to the records office. I'm gonna go talk to my boss, James. And let him know about what happened. Usually this type of news is a little concerning potentially, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, see you guys. I look forward to seeing you around some more in the future. All right. So Matthew goes walk up the steps. You guys are kind of just standing around. The receptionist is just you guys are standing in front of the receptionist area. And receptionist, she looks at you guys like, oh right. So finances is to the right around the corner.
Cool. Let's go.
And you also have to go to the records office. That's 2 doors down after that. You have to go. You need to file the paperwork, which you need a name for your guild, and also potentially a logo if you're interested in that.
Logo, logo. Paperwork, paperwork.
Yes, actually. It was well, I learned the magics as a young child from my adoptive family of a clan of druids, and then more formalized sword work after I was inducted into the knighthood of Albion.
Yeah, she's got like these freaking fancy ass symbols on her shield. It's like a moon or something, a crescent moon.
Yes, Balagar the... How do you pronounce this? Balagar the Runeblade, the god of moon and death. He provides lights in the darkest time.
That's the one I chose, but I don't say anything.
You guys know the main gods more or less. It's just like relatively common knowledge. Unless you literally don't pay attention, which maybe Philip falls into that boat. But I doubt it.
And your skill isn't too bad either. You dealt quite a bit of damage in that last fight.
Ah, yeah, 24 points worth, the DM said. Philip stares at you. You sense that he might be about to say, "Take your hands off me, peasant," again.
Well, this is more of a scouting party for me. I was not assigned for the particular mission, but given that these are some new lands and fairly unknown, consider this sort of just a preliminary investigation for the country of Albion. Nothing to hide here. Just figure out if we do have any interests.
Just
Yep.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. Hmm. What are your opinions, BB?
My opinion. Well,
Well, if I could help, the last group I talked to who made a guild, they call themselves the TBD, the troop of badass deeds, and they have their logo right here. Let's see, they've started with 6 members, but I believe it's a gnome, a human, another human, a lot of humans in this group. There's a half orc, and oh no, one of them's a half elf. Right. Right.
Do I know the other half orc? I squint.
You uh, you look at the name. It says Yum Yum on it.
Sounds. I don't know. I don't think I recognize that name.
Nope, you don't.
It's...
Yeah, I mean, just letting you know. If you want to call yourself TBD, that may be confusing.
Name's taken.
seems taken. We might need a different name. Yes, it's quite important. I would appreciate if you didn't drop it.
Crystal Graves.
Huh, that name sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, weren't they all like court-martialed a while back?
Yes, so we should name ourselves something the opposite of that. Like, the Crystal Cowards. That's true.
The receptionist is looking at the crystal, and she's just like, It looks familiar.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah, it's like I remember some legends when I was young. Something about warriors and crystals and
Crystal Warriors.
there
The
was a
Warriors
Oh
of
yeah.
yeah, I think there was something about a big water snake.
Light. Wait, what? The Crystal Warriors? Or is that too cheesy?
That's the best.
What was the organization? I don't even know these. I don't even know if these stories are true. They were passed down through generations. I think they called themselves was the Scions of the Seventh Dawn or something.
We're the fucking chosen ones.
I mean, if you wish to choose a name like that, I mean, well, that's some. Those are people that were not court-martialed.
Mm. Ah, I like that one.
I guess.
Everyone turns to Philip, the one holding the glaive in the first place.
When I say crystal, you say Glaives. Crystal, crystal, crystal.
You two, the only ones saying anything.
How do you spell glaive?
Your brain struggles for a bit. You think the I comes before the A.
I think I'm
Okay, so you write you write GLAVE in crooked letters on another piece of paper. You look real proud of yourself right now.
I take the fresh sheet and I spell it correctly.
Oh, alright. Is this your name? Final decision? Crystal Glaze? Is there a the in the beginning?
The Crystal Glaives.
Alright.
Or-
Alright. I see you guys are calling yourself a TCG. You guys gonna be releasing any card games anytime soon?
Oh, that would be good for marketing.
Alright, just making sure. And do you have a logo by any chance?
You really?
Alright.
Okay.
I should run.
Alright, well I don't need it immediately, just let me know. Alright, just let me know when you guys have something ready. I'll keep it in mind.
We did it.
Cool.
I run my gun as I fill in all the shit.
Alright. In that case, well, congratulations. You are officially part of the Guild Alliance. And therefore you are granted all of the privileges and facilities that we have to offer as offer to members. So if you want to see the blacksmith, he's in the basement. And
That
the
doesn't
research
seem-
facility is on the other side of the building.
Wouldn't blacksmithing in the basement have a lot of fumes? I guess they have good ventilation.
I'm not sure how he does it. It seems like this. According to our blacksmith, he just carries a blacksmith around. I'm not sure how that's even possible. Okay, according to blacksmith, he can't. No, he carries like the entire smithy around. That's what he. Well, that's what he says, anyways. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look it doesn't look mobile at all. All right.
Okay.
Let's
Go-
go fix BB's gun so he can do
You
more
go down to the
pew.
base. You go
I
down to
don't
the
actually have such a
basement,
thing.
and you see the smithy. And this smithy is like really weird because it's like, it definitely doesn't look like an ordinary smithy. There's like, ventilation problems. Does not appear to be there for some reason. And that's because the DM forgot ventilation exists. But Anyways, you see uh a very buff shirtless man who with red hair kind of chipping away at a sword of sorts. And he's just like, this is garbage, and throws it away. I'll have to try it
Collected
again.
our.
Ah, yes, I have visitors. How can I help you?
I think we should have collected our.
My
Dragon
dinner's
scales
ready,
first.
by the way.
Hmm?
My dinner's ready.
Oh, do we need a break?
Yeah.
How long do you want this break to be?
Probably 15 minutes?
All right, we'll see each other in 15 minutes.
This guy eats like lightning. Holy shit.
I mean, it might be. It'll probably be less, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
Very, very buff man.
Fuck.
No, he's a man. This one's a man.
Look at those abs.
This one's the man. If
You're
you
looking a little thick.
he is a little thick. He's a lot thicker than the other guy you might be thinking of. But he kind of just puts his tools down. He's like, oh, he's trying. He looks around fervently, like he wants to be anywhere but here at the moment. And give me some time to figure out the loot. I usually just make the loot up, like like I don't really have any particulars of how the loot is. But let's see. In the case of the fact that you are not the one harvesting it, the guild harvested it, they probably are competent. Let's see. That seems reasonable to me. Alright. I'm gonna pull up the Vrathian page.
My designation is BB. Close enough.
Alright.
Yes. Do you need assistance with your arm? Uh-huh.
Out of character, you're still carrying my gun, by the way. I just handed that.
Okay, well, we can always do this the manual way. I pull out the Swiss Army Tinker's tools. Yes, apparently my tools has I have like the world's largest Swiss Army tools that has everything on it apparently. Mhm. Yes, and this one makes beer. This one makes beer. This one makes poison. Don't get them mixed up.
Here.
Do they also make healing potions?
I don't know.
Mm.
Sure.
We should have a drinking contest.
So. Just slowly bring it out.
I'm sure we come across some treasures out there once we start exploring, and then if we find something suitable, we can arrange a contest. Such as.
You know, as you guys are talking about this in the smithy, the Muramasa just goes to his forge and he just starts doing work again and doesn't pay attention to you. Okay. Are you looking for me to do anything specifically?
We're looking to stand here in front of you awkwardly.
All right. It's good to know I'm not the only one feeling strange about this. Not good with people, you see. I prefer swords and hammers. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be completely honest, I can't help you with that.
Wasted.
That's not familiar with these newfangled weapons that's being released these days. Sorry. I believe there's probably someone on this island who can do something about it, but it's not me. Sorry. Oh. Makes sense. I understand. But well, might be able to do something about the sharp extension of the thing you've attached. Might be able to do something about that. But I will have to be able to tell exactly how you put it on your shooting device in the first place. Okay. Sounds like I'm gonna need your shooting device as well to be able to do these things. Then you're gonna have to be the one who's comfortable with that. We can talk about that some later date. Oh right, I think there were some parts that came in. They said there's people coming down to potentially visit. You guys the one who killed some wyvern outside the city gates earlier?
Yep, that was us.
Okay, wonderful. Let's see. Got some Rathian, carapace, a couple of webbing, some spikes, some scales. Oh, managed to extract a ruby from the body. Very impressive.
Where
Oh,
was that from?
oh, that's from it's part of its organs. We believe it helps fuel some of its abilities, namely the fire breathing and the poison excretion.
Well, then
No,
there be two.
no, Rathians are females.
Shit. Shit.
Yeah.
Start jotting down these notes in my book.
Well, I mean, if you want to have a guide on some of the creatures that are encountered on this island, I believe there's a guide being sold by I don't did I tell you guys how much gold you start with, by the way? 200, yeah. I believe there's a guide being sold by the professor upstairs. You can talk to him about that. I heard it's not that expensive either. Like he has like this book or something. You can, like read up on some of the creatures that they done research on. Uh Ash? I'm not good with names, I'm sorry. I think his grandson is called Purple or something. Or was it Cyan? Or Sky? I can't remember. I'm really sorry. Don't tell me your name. No, I'll just remember you by face. I don't want to embarrass myself if I could help it. I'm more just better with sword names than people names.
Ooh, what's that sword called?
The Garbage 103.
I see. Is it good?
No.
What about 102?
Slightly worse.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes you get the duds. It's part of the process. But don't worry, I guarantee whatever I hand to, people looking for equipment will be the finest quality. You don't get these like the garbage 100 series.
Huh.
That's from my research.
Is the garbage for sale?
No,
Oh.
I usually, you know, like I take care of it so I can produce more things, potentially more garbage, but it's like reusable garbage.
Do you have anything that isn't the garbage?
I don't sell things. I usually take commissions. So for some reference, you guys brought the equipment with me today. I can make some weapons, and the type of weapons I can make will depend on what you give me. Specifically for these parts, for what I can see, usually it's made. Okay, I'll get back to you as soon as I open up the right document. I hold up.
Take your time.
Yeah, let me take out my notes. I wrote down exactly what kind of stuff I can make here.
Oh, you guys do that. Can you tell me where to find this Ash fellow?
This Ashfell, I think his name might actually be something like Willow or Birch.
Whoever he is.
Oh,
Finds him.
upstairs.
Maybe he's Elm.
Go left from the receptionist place instead of right, and then you'll find it. They have a pretty large area to work with.
I'm gonna head over there. Let you guys do the thing.
All right, you're gonna head over there. Freaking Muramas is still looking for the manual. It's like, where did I put the blasted thing? He says that as I'm looking for the blasted thing.
I have returned.
You have returned? Wow, that was pretty fast.
As Zelra wanders off, she's like, I sure hope nothing happens to me. I don't have my gun on me. One day, I'm gonna narratively say I give my gun to you, and something's gonna happen. I just
Alright, so generally speaking, with these parts, if I make weapons with it, I can make weapons that can poison things. There's like a magical source of poison. You don't really have to refill it or anything. And you can, when you hit things, you'll also be able to deal poison to it. Well, applying it may take some work, but there's a chance of that. Um, Generally speaking, there are also other things you can do with poison. We can inflict a more debilitating type of poison, where instead of it doing harmful damage to you, makes your body less capable of functioning. Sometimes, given enough materials, I can do both. And there are other effects that I can attempt to incorporate that is related to poisons, as the Rathian is particularly known for its ability for its poison. It has abilities with fire as well, but that tends to be far less prominent compared to its male brethren, the Rathalos. So, if you want me to just make something, I can make you a relatively stock standard weapon, or if you want to have something a little more tailor-made, we can discuss that.
he wasn't here to hear what we got.
I heard what he just said.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Caleb seems out of it. Anyway, so what the smith here is where you can bring stuff and he will take certain things and forge weapons out of it. Besides guns, he doesn't know how to make guns.
Alright, what do we got? We got a ruby that does fire things.
Well, it's kind of like a source of like magic power. And he's like, well, you don't have to use these things for me. There's also, I've got some friends and relatives who are staying at Winter Haven, which is further inland. And they can use these things to make, in some different aspects, they can make some magical trinkets or staffs. And I think they can also modify certain weapons that you guys currently own if you wish to do that instead. For example, that sword over there, the one the female in the armor and the shield is wearing, that one, it's magic, yes?
It glows. I
It
draw my
glows.
sword.
You guys can see, it wasn't obvious the last time because it was nice and sunny out, but it's easier to tell in the smithy that it emits light. Yeah, so in regards to that, I make weapons. I can't really, change how they work. If it's already been made, there's not much I can do. But if you go talk to my brother, he is capable of taking the weapon and some other parts and modifying it. He has seen a lot of weapons in his days and has a talent for replicating the effects. Comes at a price, of course. He's not affiliated with the guild like I am. I'm just here because they provide me a space to work. I appreciate it. Ah, yes. Um, I I can. It's hard to explain, but like I can make it all disappear and then go somewhere else and then set up again pretty easily.
Sounds like the guild item storage.
Uh, something like that. Although for me, it's just a smithy. It seems to I can only seem to move around things really regarding my profession. It's a very specific ability. It feels like sometimes, but make do with what you have. Of course. And if you want to discuss, you can always come back, and we can talk business. Don't worry about the price, by the way. Your membership covers that. All right. He just looks at you like, what?
Don't worry, I think the same.
Okay. Let's walk out, and you see. All right. Zelra, you are directed to the other side of the building, where there's you find the place pretty easily because there's like glass panels outside, and you can look inside and you see like there seems to be people working in a lab, and then beyond that there's like some area where there's a lot of grass and stuff. You seem to see there's some creatures out there. It's like there's a horse, but it's a horse that it seems to have fire for its mane. There seems to be a really large bull, and there's some weird rhinoceros-looking creature.
Zelra just gets a little bit distracted. She came here to find some guy named Dash or Willow or something like that.
Right.
Writing down notes about horses and bulls and stuff now.
Right. And you start writing down notes on horses with fiery manes and bulls. When you get interrupted, it's like, oh, how can I help you?
Oh, I was told I can get a guide here for creatures on this island.
Yes, yes, well, Pokédex manual. Yes. It's one of my finer creations. We've been updating it for a while now. This is currently the 32nd version. Would you like a copy?
Yes, I would actually.
I'll take
Would.
20.
Well, I mean, these things are not easy to make. So unfortunately, we will have to charge you. It's 300 gold.
How about you lend one to me for, say, a day or two, and I'll give it back to you after I've copied everything down. How's that sound?
Mm, I doubt you can do that, but at the same time, I'm afraid that's not allowed. I believe that would be frowned upon. They call it plagiarism, or something like that.
Shouldn't knowledge be shared? Shouldn't...
Well, yes, but the manufacturing fee has a price.
Well,
He holds up a red device in its hand. These things they take quite a bit of effort from various spellcasters to make.
well, I'll just pay you for the time I spend looking at it. That's plenty, isn't it? I'm not taking it. I'll give it right back.
Uh, the professor looks very. He's just like very about your statement, and then from outside you hear just just Grandpa, just let her look at it inside. See how much you can get.
Can I copy over? Start scribbling.
You realize that this is not a book. This is more like a magical device that has information, and there is a lot of information stored on it. You're having some trouble.
Do you require more paper?
Yeah, you guys are there at this point. You see, Zelra is at a table with a device in front of her. But there seems to be some red like rectangle device in front of her, and she's busy scribbling down stuff. And there seems to be an old man in a researcher's coat, looking very puzzled at the behavior. And then from the back, there's a younger man with spiky hair, comes back, and he's looking very amused at the entire spectacle. He's like,
Yes.
am I? Also, is she with you guys? When we say guide, we meant this device over here. If you were looking for a human one, we don't provide that. But that device is it's a magical encyclopedia of the various creatures that could be encountered on this island and more besides. It covers about 20 years of my research. Well, these are difficult to make, so normally if anyone wants them, we sell them for 300 gold each.
You hear a disapproving grunt from Zoe. Like,
I'll take 20. Check my wallet. Yeah. You seem like a very literate fellow. I make myself
I don't know
150
if you
gold
guys
broker.
check the spreadsheet, but there is a spreadsheet.
We don't have a gold inventory yet. Also,
There's
I
a
just came back, so I don't know
There's
what.
a spreadsheet where you can
we're buying.
put like your items and how much money you have and stuff like that. It's in the what channel is it?
Simple summaries.
It's in simple summaries. Yes. I should also pin it. Yeah, there's that. You guys, and then the professor's just like, oh, I guess that device is yours, so you can tell your friend that she doesn't need to frantically scribble everything in here in the span of 30 minutes. I would like to believe that my work over the last 20 years would not be so easily copied, but she didn't seem swayed, so my grandson decided it would be okay for her to attempt it.
It should be free.
Right. Research takes it costs some money, unfortunately. I like to believe others.
I suppose you're right.
We can't get these facilities out of nowhere, right? We have to make deals, and a lot of times it's kind of ugly. So we try to do what we can and keep it clean. They don't approve of some of those people who throw away their bottom line for their research.
Uh, yes, give someone the thing that I just spent half my net worth on. Yeah, it sounds plausible.
All right. So the result of this is that whoever has spent a bunch of time reading it will be able to make proficiency. Will be able to make checks on creatures that you encounter, potentially with
Martial check?
advantage. These will be like nature checks, or like or some type of intelligence check to try to divine what kind of weaknesses or like what kind of behavior certain creatures have.
Okay. Really important question. Once I hit 3rd level rogue, how does this interact with insightful fighting?
I'll get back to you when I get there.
Because I gained the ability to decipher an opponent's tactics and develop a counter to them. As a bonus action, I can make a wisdom insight check.
We'll get back to you on that. I'm pretty sure Olian works on humanoids, if I remember correctly. Having it on you will make it easier to look for specific information when you're not in a fight. That's the other thing. It's still like a magical book. You can look stuff up in it. If you read it enough, if an individual reads it enough and they have the intelligence capabilities of doing so, they'll be able to attempt to recall information from the book during the middle of a fight without taking out the freaking book. Well, martial check's not unlocked yet. That martial checks is a separate category, but I would say you guys are people who read the book will be able to make free checks and try to get some information out of it. No, Ash is a completely different person. My name is Oak, Professor Oak, and that's my. This is my grandson, Blue Oak. He works with me. All right, nice meeting you. Are you new here? I assume. All right, makes sense. We do offer some other services for a fee. Sorry, yeah, there's more fees, but we have some animals that we can sell to you for a price. You can use them as steeds or some sort, and we also provide Blue here. He was a very talented trainer back in the day before he decided to start working with me, and he can teach you some of his tricks that he has developed with his companions.
What kind of What kind of tricks we talking here?
What kind of steeds?
What kind of steeds? Well, if you look outside, we breed a specific type in this area. We also do research on all sorts of animals, but as a service to the guild, we provide breeding for a very specific type of steeds. We have the Ponyta, the Rhyhorn, and the Tauros.
How much did it cost?
Oh,
Fire horse, fire horse.
I don't remember. I honestly, just more me taking out papers and trying to figure out what I wrote.
Probably can't afford them right now, but that's a
You
thought.
probably could, but you'll have to spend more money
You know?
on the
Yeah.
starting amount.
Probably can't afford one for everyone.
That probably is not happening now. Yeah, you should do. Yeah, we currently are not selling. We're in a bit of a small patch moment. You know, breeding period come and goes, right? We're waiting for the next batch. We also don't raise a lot of them here, right? Go out and put them in the forest. It's a bit of a dangerous business, seeing how there's other things that may eat stuff. But we have our ways to try and maintain our population. So we can come back a few days from now. We can see if there's any changes. And there's that, and that's it. Yep.
Sounds good.
Have. Right.
What'd you see?
As you leave, Matthew meets with you again, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys done with your paperwork?"
Perhaps we should put the crystal on top of the glaive. Have it as the focal point of the glaive.
Like it.
What an artist.
Alright, I just looked up the prices. The Taurus is 250, the Rhyhorn is 250, Pony has 300.
I am poor.
You're supposed to start with 200 gold.
Nah, I have 200 gold. I can. We could probably afford if we pull together. But
Well,
like, I don't think we really need a.
As a character, I still have 180 because I spent a single cent on the book. My big brother for me.
your big brother split the cost of another person for you. You mean?
I'm still not broke.
Do we want to put our money together into a guild inventory, or are we staying separate for now?
Oh, that's what the spreadsheet's for.
I need to hold my money so I can, spend it on food that I don't need to eat.
Okay, we'll stay separate for now until we start actually buying. I guess.
Until narratively we become friends.
Alright. Oh yeah, I see you just spent 150. I mean, what? Alright. Yeah. You guys should figure that out on the spreadsheet. I'm not gonna take care of that.
Drinking.
Alright. So that's that. In which case, that's a good day. I mean, we'll be seeing you around. Look forward to working with you. Oh, here's a catalog of the things that the services my grandson has to offer for people who are interested.
What do you do?
So you see that he has lessons for a number of things. He can teach all members animal handling proficiency, 100 gold. You see some everything after that is kind of weird to use. Like, so there's a text like focus energy, 150 gold. Rest, 150 gold. And under this list is at least one martial weapon proficiency. Cross chop, dual wield only, 200 gold. Extreme speed, 200 gold. Dragon dance, 300 gold. Spellcasters only. Trick, 150 gold. Overheat, 500 gold. Protect, 500 gold.
What?
Ah, yes, wonderful, wonderful. In that case, here, this is for you. It's a guild issue sending stone. These are kind of special. They also they look like Allegan Poetics. Well, you can use these to communicate with other people too. These are kind of common nowadays, frankly. Honestly, it feels like they're everywhere. But we managed to figure out. People have managed to figure out how to use these to communicate with each other. You see, there's like sigils on them. They're like a code of sorts, and you can use them to like communicate with other people. Well, that give you their sigil information. Yep. It's like a phone. Well, you're getting one. So between all of you, you're getting one.
I already have capability to send messages. See, watch. I pull out the Tinker's tools. I put it up to my ear, and you hear me talking in your head.
Yeah, it's something like that, except it goes very long distances. So the reason why we give these to every guild is because we need to be able to contact them in some way in case there's like a code red, you know? We really need some bodies.
Is this for everyone or just one person?
It's just for one person.
Right.
I mean, like, getting these to work takes some time, you know? But, like, well, some people manage to figure out how to get these things to work.
Alright, I'll take the cell phone. Take the goddamn cell phone.
BB is a cell phone.
Well, he's a short-range cell phone. So yeah, you get that. You guys been getting handed over a lot of stuff. I promise you, this is just for my convenience. I mean, what? Okay, and that should cover. You guys did a brief tour around the area, and the last place you haven't visited yet is the job board, which is right outside the dining hall.
Sure.
Employment.
All right, now it's time for me to look at all the stuff I've written down before. I just have to, I feel like I should have been more organized with this. Let's see here. This is not the correct one. Is this the correct one? This is also not the correct one. Is this the correct one? This is not the correct one. Alright. Tie content? Is that it? Nope. You guys are looking at the job board and you're trying to figure some stuff out here. It looks kind of haphazard. It's just like people putting like sticky notes and like random sheets of paper all over the place. It's a little hard to tell what is going on exactly. They're not in different languages. They're all common. Just so you know. Yeah, it's just a mess. The issue is that it's a mess. Or anything else.
What's something that's on the board?
What's something on the board?
Yeah.
One of the things that's on the board is that let's see. One thing is that there seems to be some strange sightings up at the north in Plumage Peaks. I did not put up the map. I did not put up the map of the area in the game yet, XD. So, yeah, there's you're at Wyvern Crest. The north is a mountain range called Plumage Peaks. There's sightings of some strange draconic creatures in the area. They're notably strange because, well, they're strange, and people okay, so it's strange because they shouldn't be there, or at least it's very strange that a population is here of all places, and you see something scribbled next to a picture of it, and it says Dragon Knight next to it. You see a picture of a kind of a dumply looking serpent thing with small ass wings, and it has its hand up in a waving gesture.
I relay all this information to the group and I start typing in Dragon Knights.
You see, you type in Dragonite, you get some text information in return. They seem to be highly intelligent draconic beings that are surprisingly friendly with human society, although they don't usually interact with them on a regular basis. When on contact is usually non-violent. They seem to have a capability of even interacting with various human settlements in trade and stuff like that. But in this case, these are settlement never seen before. Specifically, the job board is asking for more information on this tribe in particular, as well as where they live, what they're doing, stuff like that.
Intelligent dragons. I wonder if we see. I was thinking we could speak to them first. Do you think
You also read on it that according to recordings, these dragons in particular are at the highest tier of seniority in terms of their family, and they are exceedingly powerful. And fights with them tend to end very poorly for the aggressor.
I do? I'm like, yeah. And Zell's excited because, hey, yeah, I speak Draconic.
All right, cool. And there's some. Let me see what other jobs there are because I've written a bunch of them in various places and I can never find anything. Uh, let's see. There seems to be a lot of notices about the progress made in the Black Forest, which is near the center of the island. The Black Forest, there seems to be that they seem to have not been making much progress there. There's a small campsite settlement of sorts, like a very makeshift settlement, that's just like people trying to figure out how to breach into Black Forest and come up with some useful discovery besides, just getting lost. It seems like a lot of people that have entered this forest has not left the forest or returned from the forest, and it's like getting a little concerning. There's also some explorer has went to the depths of Death Mountain, thinking that it's a freaking active ass volcano. Like, what the hell? Like, what could be down there? And they come back reporting that they believe they have caught sight of a forge hidden in the depths of Death Mountain. We'd like some more information / confirmation on this.
Why is it called Death Mountain?
It's very fiery and people have died there. Yeah.
Hey, friends.
There's a mountain near the further inland that instead of being an active volcano, it is constantly snowing there all the time. And by constantly snowing, I mean it's a goddamn blizzard, and no one can figure out anything about it because it's a freaking blizzard, and they can't see through the freaking blizzard. So it's suspected that this blizzard is not natural. So figure out what exactly is going on there. There's also between Wyvern Crest and Winterhaven, there has been disruption in the trade by abnormal monster activity.
Fuck them up. Fuck them up.
So
There's some suggestions to take some caution when traveling between the two areas. There's also a number of requests asking for some transport. There's one of them seems to be a transport from a specific company. You read it and it says something. It's Penguin Logistics. They're transporting rocks. At least that's what they say. They're transporting special rocks over to Winterhaven for whatever reason. And if you wish to contact them, you can speak to a name. It says Exusii. They're at the harbor at a ship. And the ship is called the Emperor.
Sounds good.
And that's what's there so far. There's some other stuff as well. A bunch of other random rumors and things like that. There seems to be some reports of unsavory activity in regards to people that live in the northeast, but they seem to all say contact us for more information. You're not sure if you're willing to do that yet. What else is there? God, I really wish I wrote these things in better places.
Copy
So
paste.
Philip, great leader. Where we going?
Oh, there's also a wanted poster.
What?
Yeah, there's a wanted poster of a very ugly man. And in the description it says, notable features, has 2 right hands.
Interesting. Well, can you give me a description of his face?
Of his face? Sure, let me go look it up first. Let me go look up his face so I can describe his face. Oh god, he's ugly. Yeah, he's got a very oval head. His forehead is gigantic and pointy, and he's bald. Also, he has like kind of very narrow moon-shaped eyes, and he's like got this frown on his face, and you can like see his teeth and stuff like that. He's dressed in like what appears to be a leather jacket. And you see, the reason why he's wanted is for various acts of murder in numerous different settlements.
Various acts of murder.
Yes.
Well, we can't be having murder.
Nope.
Well, we can't be having any murder, you know? Murder is
Fortunately,
bad.
dragons, so
Okay,
that's
we can't be having any dragons either.
no. We can have dragons.
Oh, we
We
can?
just- I'm pretty sure we can talk to them, right? They're intelligent.
Yeah, we can have the good dragon.
Okay, we can have the good dragons.
We'll be up for a brawl, a friendly brawl.
Okay.
There also seems to be some much more mundane jobs like finding cats. There's a job that seems to say looking for performers at the Right Talent Show, and right as in starts with a W.
Dragons, murderers.
Mountain hunting sounds fun. Or we can go out into the forest.
Alright, so the wanted poster also states, I believe, I should probably just give all of this information out. It's been a while, so it's like, last seen around Winterhaven.
I was mentioned already before.
There was the smithy guy said like he's got some family there
There's
that
also
helps you make magical stuff.
the trade route between Wyverncrest and Winterhaven seems to be disturbed by abnormal monster activity.
Oh, we can take both of them then.
There seems to be a number of different people who want some transportation protection.
We protect some people, we kill some things, and well, maybe let's not protect some people. We could protect some people, but I don't know. We kind of died.
I do have a map. I just didn't put it up, so
Winter Haven. Winter Haven.
I can open up the other campaign.
Oh
Yeah.
no, dear brother, it seems I must have lost my cartographer's tools on our ship right over here.
You guys are in the front lobbying. The reception here is just like there's
Oh,
there's
do
a
you need
map.
some cartographer's tools? I have some cartographer's tools. Why don't I help you with that?
There's a map of the island here at the front desk, by the way.
Oh, okay, let's just take the brochure.
Alright, I'm gonna go stream the map right now. Because yes. Also, there's probably spoilers involved, so let me go figure that out.
Wow, what a nice brochure that tells us where Winter Haven is. Why don't we go there?
I'm putting a bunch of things in a different layer because they're all spoilers. Hold up. Okay. No, I have the map. It's just not in this campaign. So hold up. Where are we in the chat? I'm streaming it. Share screen. Here we go. Here we go. Oh wait, I just realized I'm in the DM view, so hiding things from me doesn't even do anything. Right. XD. Alright. You can't see it. It's gone. Didn't see anything. Also, the Bark Brook is fine. So, you see there are a few settlements in this area. Plumage Peaks is to the north of Wyvern Crest over here. Also, the map doesn't label anything else because those are pending. So, Plumage Peaks is up north over here. Death Mountain is over here. The trail from Wyvern Crest to Winter Haven kind of goes there. There's also seems to be another settlement called Barkbrook that is along this river. And then there seems to be something over here as well. There's a settlement, which name I forgot because I never remember this name. Oh, right. Another job. There seems to be an abandoned village found in south of Winter Haven. And people are being asked to explore the area, find out what's there. I'm not just saying this because it's on the map and I didn't remove it. It's fine. If for context, the other party hasn't visited this place either, so it's okay. I don't know if you've been writing all this stuff down because I'm certainly not gonna remember. This ranch, don't worry about it. It's not important until it is.
Death Mountain. Death Mountain.
Alright. So, if you want to transport someone, there is a notice on someone to transport. You can also go on your own if you wish to do that instead. You can go either on your own or with the transport. Yes. Yes, that's one of the jobs. That goes around Death Mountain and go past this river, along the side of the river, and then into the valley. And then you get to Winter Haven. Plumage Peaks is where the dragons are sighted. Yes. There's there's a questionable blizzard at Blizzard Summit, which is aptly called Blizzard Summit for a reason.
Was it always called Blizzard Summit, or is it just like a coincidence?
You can find that out for yourself. That's the exclamation point signal. That's the entrance to Black Forest. There's a reason why everything else is white. It's because people haven't figured out what's past it.
Shouldn't they've called it black?
Well, they know it's a forest. They know that much. I don't know what's in the forest, but it's a forest. I'll figure that out when I get there, but it probably sails on its own.
All right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But don't you want to fight them also?
The receptionist just
Learned
like,
so much about them.
there are other things to fight along the way too.
Things
I don't know
to
if that's-
fight. Things to fight.
I don't know if that's helpful for you or not, but
Okay.
receptionist just feels like she's getting more and more weirded out by this conversation.
Okay. That's a fair point. Bid.
Also, who's keeping the phone?
I have the phone.
You have the phone. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Sure, we can. So we guard a carriage. Are we clearing the monsters along the path too? Right, and
Yeah, we have shit to do. Yeah, Bren, don't worry. Let's do the time sensitive thing. Boy, do I know about time sensitive.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, so we gotta just—it's not like you take the job and you claim it. It's just whoever gets it done first gets it done. So, I suggest you head out and talk to this guy. All right. So that request is again, there's a ship called the Emperor at the harbor docks, and it's supposed to be someone called Xuxia waiting there. So, let me close this again. What time of day is this? Well, it's been a while now. You fought a wyvern, dragged it back, did paperwork, went into a smithy, went to a research center, attempted to copy down a Pokédex.
Oh my god, it's almost noon probably.
It's more like 3 p.m.
Grab some.
Or a nice. Well, we could also start this on a. We could arrange it and then start a. Yeah. Well, we would probably need to arrange that we took on the request and then set up a time to meet them to start the journey.
Reception is like, people kind of just go out and talk to people. We don't really have an organized setup type of thing.
Let's sleep. Okay, let's go.
All right. Go walk back to the harbor. This is where everything started last time. You guys were all in before some Matthew Mercer dude busted in and took you all out for a walk. Now he pointed out where the harbor docks were before, guys. And of course you guys all landed there at some point. So you guys all head back, and you start looking around. You need to find a ship called the Emperor. What could the ship possibly look like?
I look for a big ship.
I start reading ship names.
What about the rest of you?
I look for a penguin.
You look for a penguin. All right, Fila, what about you?
I'm also just watching.
You're just watching. Okay, you've been following people around. All right, everyone, give me a perception check.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm juicy out here. Oh, Bryn's juicy out here.
I squint, but the sun is too blinding.
You look for a big penguin. You the thing is, you think big
Oh,
penguin,
Bryn's
you think
juicy out
big,
here.
you think big penguin, you think big penguin, and you're looking for a literal penguin ship, and nothing's registering. Uh, Philip, you're kind of just kicking the ground and not paying attention.
You can see it.
Bren, what were you even trying to do? Were you just looking around? We're checking out people.
Damn.
All right. Wait,
That ass.
are you saying you rolled an 8? All right. You're looking around for people. You think you can potentially find who this person is by like listening and seeing if you can hear the name of the person potentially. We'll go with that, right? As opposed to reading. Zara's reading. And Gwen was looking for a very large ship. Well, congratulations. The three of you managed to find the same ship, just in different ways. All right. Zara, you read. Gwen finds the ship first because as it turns out, it was a pretty big ship. And
Shit.
she looked through for all of the big ships that were on the harbor. So she's like, all right, which ships are the biggest in the area? Kind of just looked at each one and then started reading names, and then eventually found the Emperor. So she finds it first. Bren, you are not fond of reading. Instead, you decided it would be more better use of your time if you can listen to the conversation and see if anyone says anyone's name. And eventually, you hear a discussion between a redheaded, um, seems like an angelic figure of sorts, and a female with black hair, red highlights, and what appears to be wolf ears on her head. And the wolf-eared woman calls the redhead Exusiai during the conversation, and you find the right ship. So you're just sure. Sure. Uh, Zara, you just read the name of every ship until you found it.
Is something wrong with BB? I think he's breaking down.
Oh.
Phoebe, you
I've
don't
not noticed
man,
anything in
you
my
don't
entire
you don't
life.
notice you did not find any penguins. You do notice, however, once the other people have directed you to the correct ship, that the ship in question has a big penguin logo on it.
Neat. It's a
You-
penguin.
It is a penguin. It's called Penguin Logistics for a reason.
Guys, I found a penguin.
Seems so.
Okay. I'm gonna finish biscuit. But
Hungry.
I'm hungry.
Guys, I found a penguin.
Okay, so okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Alright.
Right back.
Who are you walking up to? An attractive black hair, red highlight girl with wolf ears. Okay, got it. You walk up to him real confident, like, what are you gonna say? Roll persuasion. Now, you say this, and you say this in a, you know, relatively nice, polite manner, a little unusual for you. And the black-haired girl, she actually sees you. She kind of just her eyes like kind of glance at you for a second, and then turns back to the redhead she's talking to, and just keeps going. And she appears that she has seen your presence and decided it's not worth talking about it. But the redhead on the other hand stops and she's like, uh, there's someone behind us, isn't there? And she turns around, it's like, oh yes, we're the Emperor. How can we help you? Are you here to take on a job for us? Alright, you showed up the Go to Alliance. Alright, we did put up posting there because we can't. We normally have someone else transport us, but we're at short notice this time, and we can't get our usual people to do it. So, right. If you're. Alright. Hello, Bren, and Batsusia. This is my uh, co-worker slash friend slash you know person who doesn't like talking. Her name's Texas, and we're waiting. She looks at you again and continues ignoring you. Uh, we're also waiting for one more person who was in a market buying something. The person we're asking you to transport is, on the other hand, he's waiting at the gates at the moment, or at least, he's gonna set off on his own if he can get anyone, but he's currently waiting at the gates right now. He's got like horns on his head. Doesn't look like a demon though. He's got like bull horns on his head, and his name is Bison, so shouldn't be too hard to find.
Oh, I get it. His name is Bison because he has bison horns. Haha.
Yes, he will be the one transporting the goods to Winterhaven. The goods are very sensitive, so please don't look at it or open the shipment or anything like that. It may turn very badly for you otherwise. They're unstable. They're somewhat unstable. Put it that way. That's why we request, some assistance. It wouldn't be as bad if they were, we don't really mind losing shipments necessarily. And I guess I'm pretty sure, but old Bison, he won't have a problem with staying alive necessarily, but protecting the shipment might be more of an issue. Um, Preferably both, but let's just say Bison's he's a career. He knows what to do. If it works, if he needs to save his own skin, he'll do that. You should prioritize the shipment if possible. Bison can take care of himself. He knows what the job entails. Don't worry about it. Well, again, he will be setting off essentially by evening.
Yo, easy. We can walk.
I
We're
think we
heading
can
out
handle
like right now.
Yeah, right now.
I don't get anything back until Umbras. I mean, fine.
I'll probably take you 9 or 10.
Sure. Okay, fine.
have faith.
I am praying to my god.
Which one's your god, by the way? I'm kind of curious.
Malagar.
I think is there a temple for that around here? No,
Ah.
nope, not Balagar. Nope, I remember that one. Also, I worship like a different god, but that's another story. Um, but I mean, you can always visit a temple anyways, and just like pray to something. I guess. I think the ones here is Brand, and what else is there? I can't remember, but I know Brand's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense for a settlement for adventurers, right?
I'm sure it does.
Anyways, that said, take care of yourselves, all right? I know you're doing this job, and it's like monetary payment, but like you don't have to push yourself too hard, okay? We appreciate if you can get even some of it in one piece. We'll compensate you for it, and try to stay alive. It's good for you. All right, all right. Yes, that should be fine. And if you have any questions before, you probably can find us here before we depart. We're waiting for someone to finish buying the ice cream. Tex, did she say she's getting ice cream? No, just shrugs. Like, I guess.
Ice cream good.
Yeah, apparently she went to go hunting for ice cream. And oh, look, she's back. You see a third person is another person with wolf ears, except this one has white hair, and she looks kind of maniac. She looks kind of like an omni-maniac or something. She's kind of cackling madly while holding like 5 popsicles in her hand, and then she sees you guys, walks over, ignores all of you, and beelines for the one black hair, and she just gloms her. She's like, "Ah, yes, I missed you." And you guys are just watching this thing go on. The black-haired one looks visibly annoyed. And Susan just like nods at you guys, goes, grabs the popsicles, holds all. Now she's the one holding all of them, and she sticks one into her mouth. And she's like, "All right, never mind. Looks like we'll be departing soon, but the job should be fine. This is mostly for precaution, by the way. There shouldn't be any major issues along the way, besides the monster attack, I guess. There's that. You'll be fine, right? Alright. Alright, and hopefully we'll get the good news when you guys reach your destination in like, a week and a half.
Easy.
Alright, see you guys. Alright, we need to get on the ship. Stop messing around. You guys see they boarded the ship. It seems like you're not really sure how the 3 of them are supposed to be managing such a large ship in the first place, because you don't see anyone else on there. But the ship, kind of starts puffing off after that, and you see them go. All right. So you guys want to grab like a bite to eat first? Is there anything you'd be doing during this time? By the way, if you're not gonna pick up the items that the guild gave you, they will be held in your guild storage.
Guild storage. Guild storage. I mean, wasn't it just like monster parts?
Yes.
I ain't carrying that shit around.
I mean, what are they so we can list them, but we probably aren't gonna pick them up.
Let's see. It is a Rathian Carapace, Rathian Webbing ×2, Rathian Spike ×4, Rathian Scale ×4.
Copy paste that shit.
Fuck you.
You got spikes, bro.
Well, it's because it's the freaking research center that freaking strip the parts. They have advanced techniques.
Read
Okay.
slower or copy paste.
Fine.
What this information in?
If they can transport those parts, can't they transport us?
Appears to be in at. You think real hard about it.
Can we get them to transport the package?
You don't know. But you suspect that if you could, you wouldn't have to do this job.
Maybe it only works for... I don't know.
Give me an Arcana check. Give me an Arcana check.
Sketchy.
Arcana.
All right, when we say unstable things, you think about it, and if it was a magically unstable thing, sending it through a spatial dimension may not be the best idea in the world.
Brain. Brain work good.
Yeah, examples of things that could possibly go wrong is that, you know, the dimension folds upon itself, creating a black hole that sucks up anything in its vicinity and destroys it.
Oh no.
Hmm. Oh yes.
Other things include all the items in the freaking place disappears because it got blown up, or you know, things that get rearranged inside the dimensions. That anything you take out no longer resembles what you put in.
Do it for fun. Do it for fun.
In any case, there is ample reason that why they would not transport something that is unstable through a spatial dimension. Right.
It's good.
Okay. Let's see.
Hope everybody has their rations prepared.
All right. You can also go to the marketplace and buy stuff.
Yeah, we're in a store. Let's go to the ramen shop.
You find the nearest ramen shop, and instead you get a noodle shop, and that's good enough.
Fuck.
Sorry. Ramen is not sold here.
Fuck.
They sell spaghetti.
Fuck. The inn. No, I do have taste buds. I just don't have to eat, remember?
Alright. So you guys got some spaghetti and meatballs, I guess. And, do you guys do anything else? You want to buy anything to market? Anything guys felt like you were lacking from before that you might want to pick up now? You can look.
See.
Give me a perception check.
Do we get all our health dice back after a long rest in this campaign?
No. We're doing the same
Really?
thing as Ash's campaign.
How much do we get back?
Half rounded up.
So 2.
Okay, you guys are looking for health potions. Brad, you start talking to people and you do it the old-fashioned way, the freaking grunt work. You start asking people if there's health potions. Alright. By the time you find something promising, you see Zara is already there as bought and is like talking to the person selling it. It looks like she just kept looking until she found it.
Not much faster than you though. I just got here.
Alright, so it seems like the health potions is not a regular occurrence around here. But there seems to be this man who's selling it. Who's selling like a couple of them for 65 gold each.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, you said we get half our HP back?
So it's hit dice. So explain how hit dice works in the future.
Okay, so I'm still at 16 HP then.
I might
Yeah,
want
you
to
said
short
beat
rest
the
a
fuck
little.
up.
Well, also you can use them during a short rest. So I'll explain that later because we won't matter until next session. I'm not gonna show you guys another counter. There's too much framework we need to set up right now. But there's a dude selling health potions, 2 of them for 65 each. You also hear in the background there seems to be a line that's formed in front of a stall that appears to be selling popsicles. Yeah, you hear some. All right, Bren, with your perception, you do hear some gossip when you're around that the popsicle stand was harassed by a very strange person with white hair. Something about bartering and driving the price down. Oh no, the white. They say it's a woman with white hair. They did not say she was old. All right, Brandon infers it was an old woman. You infer the woman you saw who like glomped the black-haired woman at the ship was also an old woman. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got it. No problem. Freaking old people, am I right?
Fucking old people.
Huh. All right. Okay. So there's dudes selling health potions for.
Check my wallet.
Any chance we can get these for
Close my
cheaper?
wallet.
Mm, yeah, there's a chance for you to get it cheaper if you buy something else.
Oh.
Bulk discount.
How about if we buy 2? How's that sound?
That's not quite what I meant.
Oh.
See, I have these shipments from the mainland. Some stuff that they're developing. We need people to test it.
What
And
kind of
It's like
test?
some sort of adventuring gear of sorts. You see, let me show you. He reaches out from under his doll and takes out like these circular pods of sorts. These were developed by some people in the mainland quite recently, and I was sent here in part to try and find people to buy these things. There's a lot of adventurers around here, right? And see if they can test how effective these things are for us.
What did they do again?
Oh, we got a few different types. See, got got this one over here, this pink one. These are the trank bombs. All right. So what happens is if you throw it at a creature, it makes a small cloud over the area that makes it drowsy. All right. And if you throw enough of these, it will eventually fall asleep. Usually you use these on the. I've been told by the suppliers that these are supposed to be used on creatures that are weakened enough so you can put them to sleep.
I don't think those will be very necessary. I already
Alright.
have them there.
Alright,
But
these brown ones, these are dung pods. If you throw it at a target, the target has a chance to run away from you because it smells really bad. The more of these you throw, the more likely it'll work.
effective, but not what we're looking for.
Alright, and we got the smoke pod here. You could throw it at an area, it will make a smoke cloud. It will be very hard for people to see. Of course, it gets dispersed by, winds of certain strength, but otherwise, it will serve as a sort of cover if you need it. And we have this yellow one and this blue one. The yellow one's a flash pod, and the blue one's a sonic pod. This yellow one, the flash pod, if you throw it, it will pop after it reaches a certain. Once it hits a certain target or a certain surface or something like that, and then anything in a 5-foot radius must. They have a chance of getting blinded. And this other one, the Sonic Pod, has the same range more or less, but instead of being blinded, they would get deafened, and they may also even get shaken and be unable to do anything.
What do you think, Brun?
Yes, although of course these have some caveats. Flash pods don't work on things that don't need eyes to see, and sonic pods are useful against things that don't really care about sound. Seems reasonable, right? Well, let's see. If you buy at least one of these pods, I would sell these potions for 55 each. So for context, I'm selling each trank bomb for 5, each dung pod for 5, smoke pods for 12, sonic pods for uh 25, and flash pods for 25.
It's what
Character, how big are they?
They seem like a handball. They're all the size of a handball. Trank and dungs are 5, smokes are 12, flash and sonics are 25 each.
God.
Well, the smallest ones are not quite as effective as on their own, so that's why they're cheaper.
How about you lower it to 50?
Well, lower to 50. Try having a hard bargain. Mm. Roll persuasion check.
Bargaining. Bargaining.
Oh no. Maybe if you buy more than one pot, I'll consider lowering further.
I feel like the
Over
trank
at Brent.
pods would be useful.
All right. So, what would you like? What would you like to purchase?
Well, Bren, I do have some money left over. Or is there anything you want? Or, that you're interested in?
You
Do
said
you want to play with new things? Take them apart, maybe. What about you? What were you saying?
I feel like the trank pods would be useful, and then we can grab the healing pods.
How many
Can't hear.
healing pots? Or pots too?
Healing potions give 10 HP.
Character, I have 210.
I have $45.
I
I have no idea how much I have.
You have
Did you-
200. You have 200. You have not spent anything.
I'll give it to you guys.
I have 230.
All right. Philip just hands over his money. He's telling the peasants to do the work.
do the math.
Philip giving the money down to peasants. Trickle down economics.
I'll. Do we want? Okay. Do we want to put it in? We're still keeping things separate, right?
Alright, let's put the fucking money in the money.
Okay. I'll. So he has 200. I have 20. Well, no, he has 205. So we together that's 410. 455.
That's at the 5. 235 actually. Before I accidentally took out the 20 for the upkeep, I was like, wait a minute. We don't have to pay that yet.
We should make a thing.
I don't understand how upkeep for guns work, but okay.
Give my gun over to Bren. There you go. Take care of it.
Yeah, but does it cost money to fix it? Oh no. I mean, like upkeep and repairs, two different things, right? Sure. I think afterwards it might cost 20 gold. Okay then. Sure. Moving on. No, that's fine. No need. All right. In that case, you guys want to buy 2 potions, and what kind of pods?
Is 2 enough?
To Trank? Unless people want to try some of the other ones.
2 tranks, 2 potions.
All right. Anyways, this is how the trank bombs work specifically. You get your 2 tranks and 2 potions. You guys look it over and you see how this thing works. All right. I copy pasted that. The dung pod part is not correct.
How much did we spend on it?
10 gold for 2 tranks.
And then 100 for 2 potions.
Yes.
100.
Alright.
So you can see that the trank bombs by themselves are not that effective.
As Gwyn is handling the transaction,
All right.
I would
So
like
that
to
all?
guide myself.
All right. If that's all, no. Pleasure
Well,
doing business.
That's not all.
All
So the
right.
can I guidance myself as Gwyn is taking care of transactions?
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to do?
Steal a flash pod.
Roll a slave hand check.
With guidance.
Rob him blind.
Roll
Rob,
a d4.
not that I know, but
Roll your d4. Oh, what's that you have in your hand? Do you wish to purchase this flash pod as well? 25.
Sure.
I continue chanting quietly. Rob him.
Out of character question, could I like? I'm trying to think about a.
You can do whatever you want. That's your answer.
I'm thinking about how an intimidation check would work.
You walk up and be intimidating, and act out being intimidating.
I was thinking more like.
Them into giving us.
Yeah, because that's an expensive flash pod right there.
Are you sure you're not ripping us off?
Imagine
Oh.
having
Well, let me put it this way: you can do it however you want, but if you do nothing, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Imagine-
I will determine what is effective and what isn't on a
Fine,
case-by-case
I
basis.
gaze intimidatingly at the merchant to make sure he's not ripping us off.
Give me an intimidation check.
Dad menacingly.
16.
Look, I know the prices seem a little exorbitant, okay, but like these are new like equipment from the mainland. We can reorganize the prices and stuff, but once we have more data on how these things work, right?
I also
And
look
also,
this
you know,
direction.
as thanks for your services, you know, the next time you come back, tell me how it works, and as a favor, I'll make your next subsequent purchases cheaper.
Can we get one of those cards, like a bubble
All
tea?
right. How can I get your information so I know it's you guys when we meet again? Crystal Glaives?
TCG. TCG.
Okay.
also contact our buddy BB here.
Oh, you have one of those newfangled sending stones. Ah, yes, these are advanced. I've gotten one of those too. My boss has told me that we will be needing these. All right, I see. We can trade sigils right here. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you need to contact me, you can call me. I'll see what I can do.
All right, who's taking the consumables? Add them to your own inventory because I'm too lazy to organize.
Someone should probably write down whose phone numbers you guys have.
Well, sounds like a job for BB.
What does it say on me?
Let's make a handout for the sending stone right now. And then put it under BB, and you can write down stuff.
Can we get the description for the flash bomb too?
We have mom's number so that she can hold money after we beat up trainers. Again. Another one.
Alright, you should be able to edit this sending stone thing. I will also edit how the sending stone works later.
Just put it on the guild inventory because it's easy. What's this guy's number?
This guy's number, just write the dude's name.
Yeah, that's yeah. What's his name?
What's his name? The pod merchant guy.
Pod.
Okay, pod merchant guy. I'm gonna call you Poggers.
Alright. Poggers the pod merchant guy. There you go. That's his name now. It's canon.
Alright, who's carrying potions? Who's carrying bombs?
Note that, okay, so trank bombs and flash pods, all of these, how these work is you can use a bonus action or an action to use them. And so you guys only bought trank bombs and flash pods thus far, right? I don't
Two
think I
tranks
did.
in one.
One flash pod.
Sorry, run. Oh, smart.
Shooty.
Let's just give it to BB.
I have sleep spell. I don't need such thing.
Oh, fine.
I slipped the pod back into.
BB realizes this is just a watered down version of sleep spell.
Does it interact with sleep in any way?
I'll figure that out when I get there.
Well,
I will grab it then.
I'll put it this way. I think it does. I'll say they stack on top of each other.
sure.
So if you throw it and then cast, if someone throws and cast sleeps, otherwise I'll say it's plus 10 to the roll.
There's a lot.
Synergy.
Too much.
Alright.
I'm trying to get flash pod to Dren because I was trying to steal it from him. That's why I was like, yeah, because that's why I was like, so what do you want, Bren? You know, let's go shopping.
There's freaking bro-con.
I don't
This
use
bro, we're getting some real bro-con, sis-con vibes here. I mean, what?
Flashbang.
I have transports. I have like yeah.
How fucked would it be to detonate one of them and steal some things?
Alright, you know, I actually thought you guys might have done that. I'm gonna be completely honest. But thankfully this transaction's over, right?
Well,
Right?
we wouldn't want to piss him off, you know, because
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why I only tried to, you know, steal one. You know, just
Okay. Alright, cool. In that case, you guys buy your stuff. I'll consider that part of your short rest. Alright? Here's how healing during short and long rests work, okay? When you have a short or long rest, you see you have a hit dice on your sheet, right? If you don't know where it is, go look for it. And it should be in the middle of your sheet. It should be, I believe, next to the death saves. Or I lied because it seems like things have changed.
They are. I see them next to my desk.
I
Okay.
have 0 HP apparently and
What?
0 HP
So
maximum.
note that people who multi-class, so Zara and well, actually you don't have that problem because your hit dice are actually all the same. They're all D8s. I believe Rogue is also D8. Rogue and Cleric are both D8, so actually you have no such problem. You have 3 hit dice, right? 3 hit dice because you are total character level 3. All right. And you start off with full hit dice because you started off. The way it works is if you want to heal yourself for HP, you roll your hit dice up to the number of hit dice you want to spend, and then heal that amount. You can also just roll like 2d8, 3d8, but the reason why I say you just hit the hit dice button a bunch of times is because you also have to add your Constitution, right? So like if Zara has a 2 Constitution modifier, every time she rolls a hit dice to regain HP, she's rolling like a 1d8 plus 2. Alright? Alright, you see Bren is 1d10 plus 3. So you'll have to keep that in mind. Zara, you also have 0 HP for some god knows what reason.
I also have zero, like no max HP. Apparently. So
Alright, we'll just calculate. We can calculate that right now. You didn't get hit that way, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, I didn't get hit at all.
Let's see. You rolled. You're probably
Easy
gonna take the
game.
average. You're probably gonna take the average. So you start off with 8. You get 5 times 2 for the other 2 levels. It's 18. And you have plus 2 for all of it. And then I add 2 times 3, so that's 24. You have 24 HP total.
I just full healed with 1 hit dice.
Stragan.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, so if you have 0 hit dice, you can't use hit dice to gain HP. You can use these during short and long rests. At a long rest, you also gain hit dice up to half of your level, of your total character level, rounded up. For multi-classing purposes, you can just choose whatever dice you want.
Oh, I get the bigger ones?
Yeah, fuck you.
That's broken.
Okay.
That's broken.
Alright, so you
Wait, I'll
you
still
gain
have.
up to half of your hit dice rounded up. So in this case, you're level 3, you'll gain 2 hit dice. You
Oh,
can
okay,
choose
so-
to spend and gain hit dice in whatever order you want. So
Oh,
like
okay, I'm still-
you don't have to worry about like, oh, what if I overcap on hit dice and I don't use it? If you use it, you use it. You gain it, you gain it. You can put that in any order you want. So theoretically speaking, right? Like if you have 3 hit dice and you're gaining 2 during long rest, you can theoretically spend the 3 hit dice, get the 2 hit dice from the gain, and then spend those 2 hit dice immediately. That's fine.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I used 1 and spent 1. Or used 1 and gained 1.
You don't gain 1 because it's short rest. You gain during long rests.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So I'm still at 2.
So short rest is like a rest of like about 30 minutes. Usually it's like 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. Long rest is sleeping for 8 hours. More or less. Alright. Okay, so if you use your hit dice, you can get that stuff. You had a nice leisurely stroll. Some of you guys were trying to barter / steal. Cough cough. Anyways, you go out to the gates and you look for your man. Oh, you can find Bison real fast. He's like the only carriage left. He's just like, oh, I don't know if anyone's coming or not. And he's just like, you see like this kind of young boy with like horns on his head. He's wearing similar clothes to what the other people on the you were talking to at the Emperor were wearing. Yes, and you are. Oh, so you guys are gonna be the ones helping me get the goods over. Okay. All right. Okay, sure. No
Get
problem.
the goods. Get the goods.
Um, all right. So you guys are probably gonna be traveling in the carriage. Make sure not to be too like I guess rowdy or something. Don't mess with the stuff, okay? Like it, it might turn out poorly if like something explodes or something like that. Yes, it is quite unstable. We need to get these over to Winterhaven so you can set these up as magical energy sources. But in their current form, it's quite volatile. All right. Okay, so we'll be off, and you guys will set off on the road. I'm gonna leave Winterhaven and go on the world map as soon as I put the world map on. That is, and I think we should call it here.
It's good. Nice.
Two
We
stuff.
only died a little.
Hello?
So some fights are gonna end up like that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I I I don't really write many freebies. I
Good.
so like
Dude, that fight was a freebie, man.
It's kind of free.
No one died. Freebie. The universe happened.
It was-
It doesn't
KO.
help.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
found the
help.
correct universe.
this was necessary for team bonding.
Yeah, yeah. I needed to make sure that Bren thought that he needed the assistance.
We didn't knock Brenna.
Yeah.
Brenna.
Imagine it was
Didn't.
Crystal Bricks.
Dude, that's a good name.
Crystal bricks. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Crystal bricks. Crystal bricks.
Man, imagine rolling so shit.
So I'm gonna be completely
Sorry?
honest. Like the second half of this campaign was literally just ad lib from me remembering what I did before. I was not ready for a lot of this stuff. I also forgot which gods it said were at the temple. Whoops. I just remembered Bran, and I couldn't remember any of the other ones. I was like, shit, mistakes were made. But
I'm sure it's fine.
so next time you're gonna be on the road. You guys will probably be on the road for a few sessions.
On the road. On the road.
I would say like traveling is not that big of a deal in this campaign because I will introduce a fast travel system.
I see.
Travel fast. Travel fast.
I mean, you still have to walk around sometimes because sometimes you just can't get there through fast travel.
We're
But
not
like,
on the map.
Walk around. What? Okay, I'll stop.
right, so I don't know if we covered all of this stuff. There's like an abandoned village. There's like dragons up there. There's someone wanted. There's
It's because they're not near an aetheroid.
no, they don't use aetheroids in this world. Not quite. But it's something similar. So, is that? What else is there? Let's see. Yeah, but like because this is the first time out, you guys are gonna be spending probably 1 or 2 sessions